You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? It's our boy, Coach Malachi in the building. And we back. True Media Podcast. We back up in here, man. True Media Podcast. We back up in here. Seem like I've been gone forever. Seem like I've been gone forever. Matter of fact, it look like is it kind of dark? Is the lighting okay? Y'all let me know if the lighting okay. I think it's okay. We'll see what's up. Anyways, yeah, man. Peace to the family, man. Had a hell of a week. History was made, as we know. History was made. I got a whole lot of shit to say. I swear for God, I got a whole lot of shit to say, boy. Lord have mercy, boy. I got a whole lot to say. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. You know, I had a whole lot of ether that I wanted to come with, and the spirit in which that I was going to bring the ether wasn't the best spirit to bring it in. You get what I'm saying? Because, you know, I got blood in my eyes, and you know, and when I say that, you know, again, you know, y'all know how I get. I got blood in my eyes, and it's a whole lot of shit I want to say in the spirit in which I say it in. But what I'm gonna do on this show, I'm gonna take the high road. I'm going to do what I'm gonna do the example that I learned from Terence Bud Crawford, my friend, my brother, family. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do it in the spirit that he would do in it. You know, because I told him. Matter of fact, hold on. Wait, let me see. Hold on, let me see something. Y'all bear with me one moment. It's something I gotta get. Y'all hold on. It's something I gotta get. Can you guys hear me? Let me see. All right, cool. Y'all hold on. It's something I gotta get. Bear with me one moment. Bear with me one moment. All right, I'm back. Something I had to get right quick. I'm back. Hold on. I'm back. Yeah, man, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If you want to unsubscribe to my channel today, good. You might want to. Y'all know Coach Malachi very well. I give 25 fucks about a nigga feelings. I'm not here to coddle beta males, hide behind avatars. I don't do that. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to unsubscribe, this ain't the channel for you. I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna hold back any punches today. But I'm gonna do my best to bring this message in the proper spirit. The spirit that Coach Malachi want to bring it in, Lord have mercy. I got some ether that I really, really want to drop. And I want to drop it the way Nas did when he ethered Jay-Z. And I got a list of names, you know, YouTube channels, people in the comment section, a lot of the racism that the racist shit that I saw going on in these chats and stuff like that. So, and then the cooning and the buck dancing and the chicken Georgian and the Sanborn and the hating on talking about from the other black YouTube channels. I got not all of their names, but I got the key ones. And I'm gonna eat all of them. But what I'm gonna do today, I just cause I just spoke to someone from Bud's family. I'm gonna try to chill. I'm gonna just try to chill, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. Anyways, let's give everybody a round of applause. No, we finna talk that shit today though. We finna talk that shit. I got a video dropping today as well at 9 o'clock East Coast time. We finna talk that shit. If some niggas need to be served, and we ain't turning no other cheeks. We're not doing that. I don't take the high road. I'm too short to take the high road. Motherfucker go low. I believe in digging ditches.
True.
Yes.
True.
I believe just call me the ditch digger. I believe in digging ditches. Yes, I do. I'm very revengeful. I'm spiteful. I'm petty. I told y'all that. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker want to leave, you might want to leave today. This might not be the show for you. I might need to ring the alarm today. I'm not sure. But again, this might not be what this might not be what you want today. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Charles Edward Cheese.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that. Bam, hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Charles Edward Cheese.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over. Boy.
Hold on, Cheese. I'm trying to find you, Cheese. Where the hell is Cheese at? Damn. I'm trying to bring it on the. It's not allowing me to. Why is it not allowing me to show the super chat on the screen? That doesn't make it. It's not allowing me to show it on the screen. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, Cheese. I'm trying to bring it on the screen, but let me read it. Charles Edward Cheese said, he said a GOAT for sure, but certainly the now equals P. Coach, I'm doing much better health-wise. ATM just for your info. All yada yada yada. YTC, Y2BC Unite. Hey Cheese. Hey Cheese. There's the email down at the bottom. Send me an email. I want to talk to you. Right there at the bottom. Matter of fact, let me do this. Now I just tag you in it. Fuck it. I'm glad you're doing well, brother. Cause I was worried about you like a motherfucker, man. For real. I was damn sure worried about you, bro. Like for real. I was like, damn, man. I hope that brother. I hope you all right. Matter of fact, hold on. Came up right here. Charles Edward Cheese. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me read this opening monologue, and we gonna do this show. We gonna do this show the way it should. We gonna do this show the way it should be, done. All right. Hold on. I'm worried about you, bro. For real. People I rock with. Anybody know me? People I rock with. I always try to call them and check on them and make sure they are right. You get what I'm saying? So I always do that. That's just how I am, So anyway, but Charles Edward Cheese said, okay, I read that one. And then he said, congratulations, Team Crawford and Coach. He said, special shout outs to Bernie the Boxer. Apologies, brother. You told me. I ain't listen. I see now not that I ever doubted Crawford. Just didn't think that he was the GOAT. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't think, there's nothing wrong with not thinking somebody's going to win a fight, or you're not thinking he'll GOAT or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's always the spirit in which these people bring things. Like if you're saying stuff like, I don't think he can do this and that, and then he prove you wrong, that's something different. People are wrong all the time. But then when you start taking it to another level to where these guys start projecting certain insecurities about themselves, that's just crazy as hell. And it is what it is. So let's get into the show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. This is gonna be thick in here today. Let me read my opening monologue. Terence Crawford dismantles. Yes, Terence Crawford dismantles Canelo in shocking boxing masterclass. Now, what do I mean by dismantle? I want y'all to take this into consideration. Terence Crawford did something that now the odds makers knew. The odds makers had it close. The odds makers knew. But you had there's a lot of things I want to share with you guys, just certain messages that I was talking to Bud about in the lead up to the fight. some things that he wouldn't mind me sharing. And I would just, we was talking, just going back and forth, text messages, affirmations, FaceTime and stuff like that. And, I'm going to tell you something about Terence Bud Crawford. He has his look in his eye, and I see it when I talk to his mother, Miss Deborah. And, if anybody who ever met Bud, when he talks to you, he doesn't blink and he stares at you. And it's like he's looking through you. And I had this conversation with Miss Deborah this Saturday when we was at the Fountain Blue Hotel. We was at the Fountain Blue, we was downstairs and we were just talking. And I was like, man, when I was looking at her, we was talking. And I was like, man, you know what? When I look in your eyes, I see Bud's eyes. I see that look, because he has his mother's eyes. And she said, yep, because when she look at you, it's like she's looking directly through you. She don't blink. And, when you got a motherfucker looking at you like that, man, that's a cold motherfucker. That's a cold motherfucker. You got a motherfucker looking at you like that, bro. Like, it's like he has a glossy look. That motherfucker just staring. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, anyways, so we was talking and shit, and it was, and I shared some of that with y'all, but let's get into the show. But before I start the show, I want to give a shout out to these people here. Shout out to Tasha. This is Bud's family, his aunt. Shout out to Tasha. Shout out to Deborah, Miss Deborah. Shout out to Shantae, TT. Shout out to Isha. Shout out to Uncle D. Shout out to my brother Shabazz, security. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to the lovely Jessica. Shout out to Chet, strength and conditioning coach. Shout out to Julie. Shout out to Julie, the publicist. Shout out to Bo Mac, Bernie. Shout out to Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie, his aunt. Shout out to Bud's dad, grandma, the grandmother. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to my main man Trey. Shout out to Coach Red, Saúl. Shout out to Saúl. Shout out to Ish. Shout out to Ish. Shout out to Bud's attorneys. Matt, the photographer. Matt, you are a monster on that camera. Shout out to Monty and the entire Bud Crawford family and the entire North Omaha. Shout out to North Omaha. Let's give them a round of applause.
True.
Just got to do that. I'm close with the family, so I think that's on it right. You get what I'm saying? So, anyways, this past Saturday in Las Vegas, we witnessed history. Terence Bud Crawford, the man that critics called too old, he's 38, going on 38, too inactive, he only fights once a year, too small, the man that they said stepped up not just 2, but effectively 3 weight classes to face off against the biggest name in boxing. And he goes by the name of Saúl Canelo Álvarez. And he walked out as the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Now, the reason why I say in essence 3 weight divisions is because he only had a pit stop at 154. He beat Errol Spence in 2023, destroyed the entire PBC when he did that. Let's see, record label staff as a crew, that's gone. And then the following year, he went up to 154 and he fought Israel Madrimov, right? He had a tough fight with Madrimov, but he pulled it out. Madrimov was a very, very tricky fighter. Was catching Bud with some straight rights and stuff like that. But Bud went to work on it, went to the body. And one thing about Bud, he will go to the body, and Bud has a different variation of body attacks that he does. And and this is what I realized talking to Bud, his ring IQ and his intelligence as a boxer, his level of intelligence as a boxer is second to none. Shout out to Chico Green. Dropping a half for bam, dub on your boy. He say this is for Coach Schoolo X-Man and Tim Bradley for curing my Gucci grease. He said because of them, I got the bag this weekend. Hey. All right, man. Hey, shout out to Don Royale. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, shout out to Bud for defying all odds, setting an example for the black youth around America that you can fight through anything in life. Facts. And shout out to Andy Payne. He said, RIP to Ricky Hatton, only 46. Shout out to RIP to Ricky Hatton. Now, let's go. Let's see. Where was I on opening monologue? I read that. Yeah, he beat the biggest name in boxing by the name of Saúl Canelo Álvarez. And he walked out as the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world. Now, this wasn't a highlight reel, knockout, or slugfest. for the casuals, because a lot of these dudes, they just want to see a nigga. I just want you to stand right here. You hit me, I hit you. Don't move your head. You hit me, I hit you. Rock'em sock'em Mexican style. That's what they call the Mexican style. Yeah, we just sit here flat footed and then we trade punches like we like this Rocky Balboa or something. That's not boxing. That's not boxing. What you saw was the sweet science. Not what, you know, and again, this ain't throwing no shots. And shout out to Devin Haney. I met Devin the Dream Haney. Shout out to you, Dev. And you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But just shout out to Dev. Shout out to Dev, because I still don't know, because what they say and what they do be two different things. You know what I mean? So Miss Black Panther was right there. So, but you know, Devin Haney did say that, you know, he said somebody, and he said that he wanted to give me an interview. I didn't even ask him, but he said he wanted to give me an interview. So that's what he said. Told me to reach out to his dad. We'll find out. We'll see. Ron Goodall was right there as well when he said it, so we'll see. I don't know if it's going to happen, you know, but I believe what I see, so you know, we'll find out. But anyways, this wasn't just a highlight. You know, boxing is not about rock'em sock'em. You got to know how to fight. You got to know how to box while at the same time being engaging. And Bud showed everything. He showed everything in this fight. He showed the outside boxing game. He showed the superior mid-range game. He showed how superior his inside fighting game was. His inside fighting game, the trap counters, that trap counter game that Bud have, he could fight on the front foot. He could fight on the back foot. He know how to work the angles. His ring IQ was a lot more higher than Saúl Canelo Álvarez. And those are the facts.
True.
Listen, for somebody to take Canelo to school, and at this point in his career, when he's fought every style, seen everything, is amazing within itself. It's one thing for someone like a Dimitri Bivol to beat him, where he had to move up and fight a young, strong fighter that everybody thought that Canelo was going to beat, but he ended up beating Canelo. It's one thing to do that. You can say, oh, well, that dude was just really built big and skilled. But it's another thing when a small guy who started out at 135 and moved up from 147, you know, because I think he was at 147 for 5 years, something like that, and beat you while you were at super middleweight. Guess what? He didn't fight you at no catch weight. You wasn't weight drained. You know, he didn't, you know, it wasn't none of that. He was the B side, you was the A side. Everything was set up. Everything was set up for you to win. Everything was set up for you to win. You had Tim Cheatham. You had Tim Cheatham as one of your judges. What the other nigga name was? What the other judge name? And let me say something about these whole ass judges. Let me tell you something, man. Like, and I say this about these promoters, because I know these promoters to do this. Y'all be putting these judges on here that's known for robbing fighters on the scorecards and doing all kind of effed up stuff, right? Now I had somebody say it doesn't matter, Bud won. That's the bottom line. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. You get what I'm saying? Because Tim Cheatham and what this whole ass nigga name, Max DeLuca. Tim Cheatham and Max DeLuca, y'all eat a dick.
True.
I hope you choke on it. Yeah, I said it. You get what I'm saying? Them, they ain't no friends of mine. I don't give a damn. Fuck them. Anyways, this fight was pure craft, right? Using timing, footwork, ring IQ, and discipline. Shout out to Bomac, Coach Red, and Saúl and Bernie. Boy, y'all put together a hell of a game plan. And shout out to Terence Bud Crawford. Bud executed that game plan to perfection.
True.
I ain't seen Canelo look that confused since when Floyd Mayweather beat him when he was 23 years old, 12 years ago. Like, how do you confuse Canelo? Wasn't he training with Boots? Didn't Boots call Canelo? Hey, Canelo, what's up? Yeah, what's up, Buto? Yeah, this Boots, man, from Philly. Yeah, what's up? You know, they say, I'm a switch hitter. Yeah, I know you're a switch hitter. Look here, man, let me come into your camp, man, and help you get ready to beat Crawford. Yeah, okay, man, yeah, I need that. To this day. How did that work out?
Hey, okay.
How did that work out? What Bomac said? They say, Bomac, what do you think about Boots? Boots supposed to have been a secret weapon. Boots was the secret weapon that called Canelo. Canelo ain't called him. He called Canelo. He was the secret weapon that was gonna come in and, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna come in here and show you the secret sauce, see, because I can do the same thing he can do. Guess what? Guess what Bomac said? He said, I don't give a damn who he get in there. He can get Boots. He said Boots can't fight for him. To this day. He said that ain't going. He ain't say that. He ain't say Boots can't fight for him. He said Boots ain't Crawford. Just because a nigga switch hit like a fighter, that's a goat, a walking goat. Just because he can switch it don't mean he can fight as good as him or is that guy. Like, literally. You get what I'm saying? Anyways. That, just because you can switch it, don't make you Sugar Ray Robinson. Don't make you Henry Armstrong. If in baseball, don't make you Babe Ruth or Reggie Jackson. It don't make you that. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get into the show. Terence Crawford didn't leave anything to chance. He went into the Lion's Den on Mexican Independence Day in front of 70,000 screaming Canelo fans, and he beat the face of boxing at his own game. Now, I want you to understand this here. Las Vegas was Little Mexico this past weekend. Let me say this again. Las Vegas was Little Mexico this past weekend. Whoever was there, I was staying at the Luxor Hotel. Me, shout out to Anthony Peterson, my main man out of DC. Freeway Ricky Ross, a lot of people, a lot of my family, a lot of my extended family that I know. It was a lot of us. We were deep out there. North Omaha represented, LA represented, Killer Cali. So it was a couple. Chi-Town was there, New York was there. Everybody was there. But let me tell you something. For every black person, it was 100 Mexicans.
True.
For one black person, it was 100 Mexicans. Boy, they came deep for Canelo. They came deep. Boy, let me tell you, boy, I thought I was in Mexico. Dead ass serious. You know what I mean? And they represented. They damn sure represented. I'm gonna give y'all the story of this flag right here in a minute. People who was there at the Fountain Blue Hotel, y'all know the story of this flag. But I'm finna tell y'all don't know. I'm finna tell y'all why does Coach Malachi have the Mexican flag around his neck that says "Viva Mexico"? Viva Mexico. Yeah. Why does Coach have this flag around his neck? Story time in a minute. And it is what it is. He did that, right? And he beat the face of boxing in front of his fans on Netflix, in front of maybe 80,000, 90 million people who was watching it on Netflix. He did that. Terence Crawford was the old guy, 38 years old. He was too small. There's levels to this. He's never fought on this level before. Terence Crawford, you fight nobody. Remember Canelo told him that? Yeah, but you fight nobody. You look good against them because you remember under the press conference? I got the video. I'm gonna drop it today. When I drop my video, I got, y'all remember Liza on X? The little skinny racist Mexican girl that's on X. There's levels to this. Terence Crawford, keep Canelo name out of your effing mouth. There's levels to this, and these levels above you. And she has so much hatred and rage and bigotry in her eyes.
True.
She probably on suicide watch right now. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, oh, Lord have mercy, boys. Y'all, somebody check on that girl, man. Listen, while them racists be at, you know what? I ain't finna say the nigga name. I ain't gonna say it. Anyways, let's go. And yet it was the so-called country boy from North Omaha who came out on top. Slim skinny, dark skinned dude from North Omaha, Nebraska, came up dirt poor, got it from the mud. They ain't have shit. I've been to Omaha. Love Omaha. Got it from the mud. The most unlikeliest of people, right? It says in the sentence, there's something in the Bible that says, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And I gave you guys an example last week about the donkey in the ditch. Remember that story? The donkey in the ditch? Well, everybody cast stones at this guy that's perceived to be the donkey. They was casting stones at Crawford. Old black ugly nigga. We don't like his mama. His mama did him bad. The nigga poor. The nigga ain't got nothing. We don't like his trainer, Bomac. He fat. We don't like his baby mama. He got kids from. But y'all just disgusting. A lot of y'all, right? The nigga ain't fought nobody. Oh man! Every time he won, before he fight, he gonna get beat. When it's a big fight, he gonna get beat. He ain't gonna win. And then when he beat the guy, y'all find a reason to take credit from him. The greatest fighter on the planet, well in America, anyways, because there's a couple of them. Usyk, Inoue, and this and that with Crawford, right? But I'm saying the greatest black American fighter. It ain't a black man on the planet in boxing that's better than Terence Crawford. Not one. Name one. You can't name them. I don't care what part of the country they from. You can't name them. So, but I just want to throw that out there for context, because a lot of these black YouTube channels make a living defecating, lying on Terence Crawford. Fagnon, Shigo. Well, I think he's Puerto Rican. I don't know what the fuck he is. He look like a bitch. I saw what the whole ass nigga, Ellie sucker nigga nutsack. I saw him at there. I ain't say shit to him. He ain't say shit to me. I don't like the motherfucker. Y'all know how I feel about Ellie sucker nigga nutsack. You know what I mean? The black channels. What the old crescent nigga from Chicago, right? That nigga. The other nigga that wear the do-rag in Dallas, and just all these cresties, right? You get what I'm saying? I got something for them. I'm finna body all of them. I'm finna body, not today, but I'm finna body all of them in this next video. But anyway, so you know, so the man against all odds. So he fighting the other side, and he fighting his own side. And it felt like it was just him against the world, or Omaha against the world, because Bud bleed Omaha. He breathed Omaha. He's an Omaha, Nebraska type of guy. So he wear that shit on his sleeve. He represent Omaha to the fullest, because don't nobody like Omaha. Everybody talk bad about Omaha. The children of the corn. Remember y'all said that, the children of the corn? Yeah, the children of the corn came. They showed up. The children of the corn is coming. They did that. Nebraska, Omaha's very own. I mean, Omaha, Nebraska's very own. My bad. North Omaha, to be specific. So he represent that, you know, and you felt like if you was there, it was the energy that was there. And they were so happy. They were so happy. Oh, they were so happy. They were like, oh my God. They were like, oh my God, you know, yes, you know, it was a foregone conclusion. Crawford was gonna get his ass whipped. I seen mariachi bands on Thursday, mariachi bands on Friday. They were having Taco Tuesdays on all week long. Yeah, you know, drinking Coronas, you know, yeah, you know, there's another day in the park, you know, we're gonna knock the puto out, you know, and Canelo, you know, and the Mexican Independence Day, which was beautiful. It was very beautiful. Very beautiful. Shout out, man. Shout out to all of the Mexican boxing fans who rock with Terence Crawford as well. Shout out to y'all. Because it's a lot of y'all. Contrary to popular belief, Crawford is a lot more popular than, you know, I told him, I said, you know what, boy, you got a lot more fans than what they try to say. They try to make it look like he ain't got no fans. He got a lot of fans. A lot of Mexican fans, a lot of white fans, a lot of black. He do, but the media is, you know, they spin it the way they spin it, and that's fine. No problem. None of that, right? But I wish if y'all wasn't there, I wish I was there. It was a sight to see. It was a sight to see. You know what I mean? But as I said before, and yet this so-called, you know, country boy from Omaha, Nebraska came out on top. Today we're gonna break it all down. I'm gonna make this quick because I want to drop these phone lines. How did Crawford pull off the impossible? Canelo's decorated career, and what this loss means for his legacy, and why Crawford's rise puts him in the same conversation as the boxing all-time greats. Henry Armstrong, he right there with Henry Armstrong for the three division world champion, undisputed champion. Put him in the line, put him in there with Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mayweather. Let's get into it. Now, I'm not comparing the eras. This is a different era. These fighters of this era, in my opinion, are not as good as the fighters in Ray Leonard era and Ali era and all that stuff there. In my opinion, the Henry Armstrong era. That's my opinion. So I don't like to compare eras. It's not fair. You got to keep everything in the microcosm of the time that we're living in. Did you get what I'm saying? But let's get it. How did Crawford beat Canelo? He beat him. I'm gonna give you a tactical breakdown, and I took my time with this monologue that I wrote out. One, he was physically prepared, physical preparation and conditioning. Crawford didn't just show up; he showed up prepared. It's like going to school and you know you got a test, and in order to get a good grade on the test, or in order to get an A on the test, what do you have to do? You have to study. See, in order to make good grades in class, you have to study. In order to pass the test, you have to study. The test on the 13th of September was to beat Canelo Álvarez. The test on the 17th of September was for Canelo to beat Terence Crawford. Somebody passed the test and somebody failed.
True.
Crawford didn't just show up. He showed up prepared. As I said before, despite the move up in weight, he came in sharp, he was fast, he was quick, and he was conditioned to go to 412 at a high pace. Terence Crawford was so conditioned that it looked like he could have fought 15 rounds this past weekend. I said, this nigga, is he tired? I was looking at Bud in the corner when he was in the corner, and I was looking at Canelo. Canelo was breathing hard in the corner. Bud was relaxed. He wasn't, it wasn't none of that. It was, he was breathing, he was calm. I said, this motherfucker here is game. Did you get what I'm saying? He refused to let Canelo's size or strength dictate the terms of the fight. Crawford worked those angles. Those angles he was hitting Canelo with the punches he was hitting Canelo with, the angles that he took from a footwork, the pivots, moves turning on the 45. Bruh, his wrestling, anytime they was in the clinch, Canelo got frustrated, picked Crawford up. The same thing he did to Dimitri Bivol and all that stuff. When Canelo get frustrated, I think he did Bivol like that. But when Canelo get frustrated, he'll pick you up in the air. That's what he does. I say, boy, got him. He don't broke Canelo mentally. How do you break Canelo? How does a skinny, slim, small guy from Omaha, Nebraska, who ain't fight nobody? He fight nobody. How did the guy who fight nobody confuse, frustrate the guy who fought everybody?
True.
How did he do that? How did I fight nobody beat the guy who fought everybody? Somebody, they're crying right now. They're crying right now. Anyways, Crawford gave Canelo constant angles, never standing still. Now, when I say standing still, I'm talking about like Jaime Munguia and them be doing. They sit there, we gonna sit right here. Okay, you hit me. Let me try to hit you back. Okay, you hit me. Let me try to hit you back. No. That's not boxing. That's rock'em sock'em. That's not rock'em sock'em. He kept Canelo from setting his feet, and he took away Canelo's biggest strength. And he did it with timing and counters. Fans who understand the sweet science saw Crawford win with movement, rhythm changes, and spacing, controlling the distance, manipulating the distance and range. He had a superior jab. For some reason, Canelo didn't want to throw his jab. I know why, though. I'm going to tell y'all why Canelo wasn't throwing his jab. Canelo was landing some good shots, straight right hands was going in there. When Canelo threw straight punches, he was able to find some success. But for whatever the reason may be, Canelo did not really work no jab. He did it sparingly from time to time. And as the fight went on, he did what we know Canelo is known to do. Throw wide punches, wide hooks, all power shots, wide left hook. Boy saw it coming. When Canelo threw the body shot, he blocked with the elbow and countered with the same hand that he blocked the body shot with. Somebody did their homework. They studied Canelo. They studied him. So okay, when he do this, it was as though Bud knew what Canelo was going to do better than Canelo.
True.
Better than Canelo, right? He disrupted Canelo's offense. Bud used the jab masterfully. He controlled the distance, he controlled the range, and he worked the body when opportunities presented themselves. When y'all go back and look at that work, look at them body shots Bud was landing on Canelo. That's what slowed him down in the second half. That's what had him huffing and puffing. Terence, I told Bud, I said, man, you are your jab is underrated. I said, your body work, your inside fight game. Your inside fight game, how you fight on the inside and you angle him in the pocket. Y'all hear me say that, angle him in the pocket. Like Bud don't be square up in the pocket. When he's in the pocket, he'll show you a look, and then he has great vision. And then he'll give you an angle in the pocket. And when you throw that body shot, he know how to parry it, he can catch it, and then he come back and he shoot. And he was throwing 3-4 punch combinations, catching Canelo. If he 2-3 times, 4-5 times, boom, 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 boom. And just touch him. Even if you don't hit him in the head, hit him in the shoulder. You don't hit him go down to the body. Changing levels with his punch selection. I ain't seen Canelo look that confused since Floyd. Did you get what I'm saying? Bud used the jab masterfully. He controlled the distance and the range. He worked the body when opportunities presented themselves. He never got greedy. No wild exchanges. He was getting hits a couple of times, but when the fight was over with, the Bud didn't have nothing wrong with his face. Only time something was wrong with his face when Canelo headbutted him. That was an accidental headbutt though. He did it no accident, but he headbutted him. You know what I mean? There was really a lot of wild exchanges. You know, no giving Canelo a chance to land that signature counter right hand or that left hook. You know, Canelo got, he got a real good left hook. You know, y'all know the left hook he knocked down Jaime McGill with. He dropped what the dude name? I went 12 rounds with Canelo Edgar Berlanga. You get what I'm saying? Now he wasn't able to land that, right? How did Bud beat him? Defense and adjustments. Crawford kept his head off the center line. He got hit a couple of times. Canelo's a great fighter, but he slipped and he rolled shots. He made mid-fight adjustments. By the time the championship rounds came around, he had fully timed Canelo's rhythm and he closed strong in classic Terence Crawford trademark, because he's known for closer, right? So I say all that to say this. Terence Crawford is the best. It's one thing to find a nigga who can switch it like Crawford, but do you have the timing? Can you make the mid-range? Can you make the mid-rounds adjustment? See, that's something that you can't get from having a fighter from Philly call you and say I want to come help you beat Crawford. Bomac was right. He ain't Crawford. You can call Canelo all you want. You ain't him. You ain't got the timing in the ring IQ this boy got. The rhythm and the pace that he fights at. Did you get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I hope you got paid.
True.
Hope you got paid for the sparring match. Anyways, this is classic Crawford. Crawford was very composed under fire. One of the biggest stages imaginable, Mexican Independence Day in Las Vegas against the sport's biggest star. I call Canelo the Orca. Canelo's a great fighter, man. He's one of my favorite fighters. I like Canelo, and Canelo's a very classy guy. Some of his fans, not so much. I don't really like a lot of Canelo fans that I've seen online. I don't like them at all. You want to unsubscribe? Leave. I will replace you.
True.
But Canelo doesn't act like his online fans. He don't act like them. Or the online YouTube channels, the pro online Canelo YouTube channels. Canelo don't act nothing like them. Canelo was very respectful. Crawford was very respectful. No animosity, no beef. It was just business. So I love Canelo Álvarez. I don't hate Canelo Álvarez. He's a classy guy. And I'm not going to hate, and I'm not going to dislike Canelo because a lot of his fans are shit eaters. He got some shit eater fans online. But Canelo is not a shit eater. Canelo don't act like they act. So I'm not going to hold Canelo accountable to some of these niggas, some of these fools online. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? So anyways, but what Bud was able to do on Mexican Independence Day and on Netflix was crazy. We talking about he did this against the biggest star in boxing. Crawford never let a moment overwhelm him. He stayed calm, he stuck to the game plan, and he executed. Let me say this before I forget. Let me give a shout out to Saúl and Bomac. And Coach Red and Bernie and all them too, right? But I'm talking about specifically Saúl and Bomac because we saw them work in the corner. Saúl was giving Bud great instructions. And Bomac was giving Bud great instructions. I'm listening to what Bomac and Saúl was saying to Bud. I say, boy, goddamn. It was like the fighter was one and the same with the trainers, and the trainers was one and the same with the fighters. We're talking about a perfect executionable game plan. And I honestly believe that Bud could have stopped Canelo. Canelo, at one point in the fight, I want to say the 11th round, he got so frustrated, Bud had them caught him with a straight right. Bam! Canelo backed up. He staggered. His leg got stiff. He staggered. And then he looked like he wanted to walk out of the ring. I'm going to show it on this show. He looked like I thought he was going to quit. It looked like he wanted to walk out of the ring. I said, this motherfucker finna quit. But then Bud rushed him, and then he had to gather himself and fight. The 11th round, I said, he beating the wheel out this motherfucker.
True.
He beat the wheel out of Canelo. Anyways, oh my God, I was like, man, Bro, anyways, let's look at Canelo Álvarez's accomplishments, because I'm not going to take anything away from Canelo. Because if I take something from Canelo, it diminishes Bud. I'm not going to do to Canelo what Canelo did to Bud Crawford. Canelo told Bud Crawford, you fight nobody. You fight nobody. Victor Postol, who is that? So if Canelo would have beat Crawford, you know, do you give him credit for fighting? Because he beat somebody who fought nobody. So Canelo, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put you at the highest of the high. You the greatest Mexican fighter in the history of boxing. You one of the best fighters that ever walked on the planet Earth. I want to make you the highest of the high. Do you want to know why? Because it's going to be a long ass fall.
True.
Saúl Canelo Álvarez is the 4-division world champion. He was the junior middleweight champion, super middleweight champion, light heavyweight champion, right? And he's undisputed he was the formerly undisputed champion at 164. Hey, shout out to everybody, man. We got over 1,000 people watching this show. We got 944 watching on YouTube on this channel, and we got 1,100 people watching this show between both YouTube channels and X, and we can't forget about Facebook. Let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. Hey, shout out to Miss Black Panther. Miss Black Panther, what I told you when we was in Vegas, I said, Miss Black Panther, I do this. I'm gonna show you how good I am at this shit. I said, we do the show Monday. We're gonna have over 1,000 people on this show. I told her that. When she called the show, she'll tell you. Anyways, Saúl Canelo Álvarez, 4-division world champion, undisputed at super middleweight, first fighter to hold 4 major belts in the super middleweight division. Canelo did that, right? He's known for power, great counterpunching, vicious body attack, and the ability to adapt to any style. That's Saúl Canelo Álvarez. Canelo has fought the who's who of modern day boxing. He fought Triple G 3 times. He fought Kovalev, Caleb Plant. Oh, Lord have mercy. He fought a lot of, Laura, Jacobs, Trout, Floyd Mayweather. He got the names on the resume. Sugar Shane Mosley. He got the Miguel Cotto brother. He got the name, he got the who's who on his resume. So he fought everybody, right? He didn't fight Dave Benavidez, but that's neither here nor there. He's fought the who's who of boxing. Saúl Canelo Álvarez is one of the biggest global superstars in boxing. He's a massive pay-per-view draw, and he is the face of boxing in America, and he's the face of boxing around the world, and he's been that way for the past decade. I would say that, right? At his best, Canelo is one of the most complete fighters of the modern day era. Well, he's a great fighter, one of the most modern complete fighters, which is what makes his loss so shocking to a lot of his fans. Now, let's look at Terence Crawford's accomplishments. Terence Bud Crawford, North Omaha's very own, his accomplishments is he's 42-0. Undefeated with a high knockout percentage. Got 31 knockouts. He has world titles in 5 divisions. He's currently, he's been undisputed in 3 of those divisions. He's the first fighter to ever achieve this feat in the 4-belt era, right? He's been undisputed at 140, 147, and now 168. What is his signature wins? He beat the big fish Errol Spence to unify the welterweight division. He beat Victor Postol. He fight nobody. Julius Ndongo, Kell Brook, Sean Porter, the one who y'all said we're going to beat him, but then when he beat him, oh man, Sean Porter had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You get what I'm saying? All moving the goalpost ass niggas. And now he beat Saúl Canelo Álvarez. He's known for switch hitting. He has a high ring IQ. His defense is spectacular. And he will take risks. That's why he get hit sometimes. He will take risks. And his adaptability across weight classes. There's not a fighter that I see boxing right now that has the ability to adapt mid-range and around better than Terence Crawford. The only fighter I can think of who can make adjustments within the round at a split second, I would say maybe Alexander Usyk. I would say maybe Alexander Usyk, which is another one of my favorite fighters. I would say Usyk. I'm saying when it comes to being able to make adjustments at a split second, who know how to work the angles, understand the assignment. You got some fighters, they be doing well, then they start getting caught with something, and then when they go back to the corner, they get the instructions from the corner, and then they may come out and try to stick to it. But it's certain things like little intangibles that he do, you just can't teach. Did you get what I'm saying? Crawford isn't just winning, he's dominating at every level. Let's look at his legacy in historical comparison. Terence Crawford's victory over Canelo cements him as one of the greatest fighters of this generation. He's the GOAT. No, as the greatest fighter of this generation. His legacy is cemented. And the cement is dry.
True.
And he's definitely one of the GOATs. Terence Crawford, you need to put his ass up there on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. Put his face up there. I don't give a damn what a hater say. Because a hater don't mean, what they say don't mean shit. You niggas just gonna keep on hating. That's what y'all do. I don't expect you to do nothing other than that. So keep on, right? But Terence Crawford's name, his victory over Canelo, cements him as one of the greats and arguably of all time. One of the greats of all time. Like Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Money Mayweather, and even Sugar Ray Robinson. And with Henry Armstrong, a whole lot on that list. Can't nobody argue that. You can't argue it. He has proven that skill, timing, and intelligence can overcome youth, size, and star power. Saúl Canelo Álvarez was the younger fighter. Saúl Canelo Álvarez had the youth, and he was a younger fighter, and Saúl Canelo Álvarez had the star power, and he has the fan base, and he got all the money. And the little skinny, dark-skinned boy from Omaha, Nebraska, who dared to dream, dared to be great. Do you notice when Bud moved up to 168 to fight Canelo, anytime Canelo would move up and fight, when Canelo fought Kovalev, Canelo was daring to be great. When Canelo fought anybody he fight, he dared to be great. When Bud moved up to fight Canelo, there's levels to this. Bud gonna get knocked out. Nobody said Bud was daring to be great. All these niggas who was on Canelo dick, and shout out to Canelo, but this ain't got to do with you. Y'all, when it came to Terence Crawford, y'all would have said he daring to be great. Nobody in the media would say he daring to be great. When Canelo do it, he daring to be great. When Bud do it, oh, that nigga gonna get knocked out.
True.
Oh, he just want a payday. Oh, he know he ain't gonna win. He trying to cash out. What did I tell y'all on this channel? I said, man, that boy from Omaha, Nebraska, dog, he don't like losing. He ain't coming to lay down. If you think this just a cat, if you think this just a boy just coming for the money, then y'all don't know Terence Bud Crawford. The money is a byproduct of the work. He gonna get the money. I always tell y'all that. The money is a byproduct of the work. You think he just gonna come in there and lay down like Jermell Charlo did. Oh, he gonna run like Jermell Charlo. Y'all knew he wasn't gonna run like Jermell Charlo, but you were projecting that. Bud ain't Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is the pussycat. He called himself the Lion, but he a pussycat when he fought Canelo, and we ain't seen that nigga since. Those are the facts.
True.
Y'all was projecting. Y'all wanted Bud to do that shit. He beat your boy. Mexican Independence Day in front of over 70,000 Mexicans. In front of the cartel, in front of all that shit. And you know the crazy part about it? This is the crazy part about it. It was the equivalent of, do you guys remember when Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder? I remember it very well. He beat Deontay Wilder on Black History Month. Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder on Black History Month. I lost $400 on that fight. What Terence Crawford did to Canelo was the equivalent of that times 10. Take what Fury did to Wilder and multiply this by 10. Multiply it by 20. Because I don't know how many millions of people watch this on Netflix. And then the thousands that was there, it was a sold-out stadium. For all you old crescent niggas in Chicago, man, ain't nobody checking for this fight. This fight ain't got no buzz. Nigga, you niggas, the truth ain't, you's a liar and the truth ain't in you. All them people that was there, but they ain't have no buzz. Nigga, we saw this fight being advertised on Netflix, WWE, NFL, UFC. This fight was advertised everywhere. The broke nigga who getting a Social Security check on a fixed income is talking about this fight ain't got no buzz. They ain't gonna make no money on this fight. Two-figure niggas.
True.
Anyways, Terence Crawford, he is now one of the few fighters in history who can say that they have become undisputed champion in multiple weight classes, and he did it without a loss. Whether he did it without the loss is not important, because in boxing you win some and you lose some. There's no shame in losing, right? And he did it against the best of the best fighter in the world, Saúl Canelo Álvarez. He did that. This win doesn't just add to his resume; it elevates him into the conversation with the true immortals of the sport. Bud is one of them type fighters that y'all gonna miss him when he gone. Niggas shitted on him for all these years. And guess what? Them same niggas who talk bad about Crawford, they're gonna be the same ones when they get into a racial debate with a Mexican online or a white person online, and they go to talk about black fighters. They're gonna be the same fools who gonna be talking about, yeah, I'll fight a Bud Crawford. Look what he did. Look what he did. They're gonna be the same ones that do that. The same niggas who shitting on him today, they're gonna be trying to use him for talking points and arguments when they get into other debates with other nationalities and races.
True.
Anyways, today's show is sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY. And look up Foster's Barbershop. Foster's Barbershop is located at 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. This is an exclusive barbershop. You know what I mean? It's a high-end barbershop. If you got $20, you don't go there. You ain't gonna get no haircut for no $20. You get what I'm saying? All the celebrities be at this barbershop. Right there in West Tampa, up top on Main Street. When you get there, let them know Coach Malachi sent you. You will receive a 10% discount. Let's give our sponsor a round of applause. Yeah, shout out to my main man, Mr. Tomato Can. Mr. Tomato Can, and his lovely wife. Mr. Tomato Can got a lovely wife. Shout out to him. Shout out to my main man, Steve Kim. I saw Steve Kim, saw Mr. Tomato Can. Damn, I seen everybody. Anyways, yeah, but shout out to them. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Let's also today's show has been sponsored by Charles Edward Cheese. Let's give him a round of applause as well. You know, if you donate $50 or more, yeah, you're a sponsor of today's show. Anyways, let's do this. Shout out to Chico Green. I read that one already. Shout out. Hey, what you say? Shout out to Don Royal. Drop that quarter of a dub. He say shout out to Bud for defying all of the odds and against all odds. Like, bro, like you see a man coming from Omaha, Nebraska. He didn't come from New York. You expect greatness to come out of the big major cities, New York, the state of New York and the city of New York, the state of California, big market states that have big markets, LA, Miami, Florida, Texas, Chicago, Detroit. No, he came from Omaha, Nebraska. Little small town, Omaha. They got a chip on their shoulder there. Did you get what I'm saying? He came from there. He whooped these dudes from big cities. He whooped these dudes who have big fan bases. He whooped these dudes who got a country behind him. You got a country behind you? No problem. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You got the city of Dallas backing you? No problem. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You got the city of New York backing you? No problem. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You got the city of Philly backing you? No problem. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like all these big cities where all these big name fighters come from that y'all like so much. Yeah. Those guys, right? Those guys. Don Roy he say shout out to Bud for defying all the odds and setting the example for the black youth in America. And that should be celebrated. Instead of the shit that the black youth is looking up to. Shout out to Andy Payne. I read that one there. Shout out to Curtis Robinson. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, Coach, love your cooking ways. But trust me, I'm not really cooking right now. Right now I'm being reserved. I spoke to someone and she told me to keep it classy. She said, keep it classy. And I told her I'm gonna try. So Lord knows I'm trying. I swear to God, I'm trying. It's very difficult because you know me. I am the opposite of classy. I really am. Shout out to Jamie Vasquez. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, I knew not to bet against Bud on this one. As a fan, it low-key hurt. But as a boxing fan, I loved how Bud displayed real sweet science. Salute, coach. And Jamie from New York. Jamie. Where Jamie from New York at? Jamie, you my friend. The only reason I didn't bet you those $1,000 because you're a friend of mine. I don't bet my friends' money. If you're a friend of mine, I don't bet my friends' money. You get what I'm saying? But you wanted to bet $1,000. You wanted to bet $1,000 on Canelo. I never bet my friends' money. So hopefully if somebody betted Jamie, hopefully y'all get your money. Well, Jamie, I ain't gonna, hopefully Jamie will send it to you. Shout out to Sean from the Heights. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He say, tell Canelo to blame Bill. Yeah, I got the blame Bill Haney shirt on right here. Because Bill Haney was the one that put the thought in Bud's head to fight Canelo. How do I know? Terence Bud Crawford said it himself. When I interviewed him, he said it in my interview. Y'all go check out my interview I did with Bud before this fight happened. He said, I asked him. He said that. He said, nah, Bill Haney was the one that gave me the idea. And he said, I was like, nah, you know, there's weight classes for a reason. He said, but then when he went back and thought about it, Bill was like, no, man, he really ain't that big. He's short. He's shorter than you. You can take him. So shout out to Bill. So blame Bill Haney. Blame Bill Haney. Shout out to Stevenson. Dropping out half a dub on your boy. He said they said Bud needs to fight David Benavidez next. Yeah, I know. They want Bud to do what they don't want their fighters to do. Ain't that some shit? The niggas who hated Bud telling him, no, well, you got to go do that now. You got to fight Megatron, then you got to fight Optimus Prime, then you got to fight King Kong, you got to fight Godzilla, you got to fight Mojo Jojo, you got to fight She-Ra, He-Man, you got to fight Skeletor. Let's see. Now, I want my fighter to fight none of them. I want my fighter to fight Jake Paul. I want my fighter to fight all the easy matches, right?
To this day, but this bum is taking the easy matches. Fight another bum.
But you got to fight all of them. Then if you fight all of them, then I'll give you some credit. Boy, these some hell of a niggas, boy. Shout out to Mark Q. He said, hey, coach, I was going for Bud, but I knew he was going to win. When I seen the Netflix doc and he was doing the yoga and a full-blown sweat, getting that mental clarity, Crawford is the sensei. Okay. I didn't see that. But thank you for letting me know that, fam. Shout out to Boxing News. He said, can't believe was trying to cheat Bud on the scorecards. Oh, yes. Listen, any promoter, I want to say this to y'all, right? I don't give a fuck who it is because I ain't down with none of these promoters. I don't get paid from none of them. Any promoter that put Tim Cheatham on, listen, what the other fuck boy name? Tim Cheatham and Max DeLuca. Any promoter who put Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca on their cards, just believe that the house fighter is gonna be favored. Just believe that whoever the B-side fighter is, you down 2 rounds before you step in the ring. Just know that. I don't care what they got written down on the scorecards because their job, they're always gonna look for any reason to try to give it to the other guy. Listen. You can be beating, the B-side fighter can be beating the A-side fighter. He can land 25 punches, and the A-side fighter it can land 1 punch. They'll give it to the A-side fighter.
To this day.
Canelo ain't win no more than 3 rounds from what I was watching. Everybody I talk, man, they say, man, that man won by 2-3 rounds, dog. And then you throw in the 2 rounds that the judges already had him up in. That's the 5 they gave him.
To this day.
That's the 5 they gave him. Hell, Elliot, listen. Ellie sucker nigga nutsack saying, hey, Canelo, you know, I might be the only one, but I had you winning. You won that fight, Canelo. You won. Hey, Ellie sucker nigga nutsack. One time, but he don't miss a drop, boy. He don't miss a drop. Mr. Knee Pass, Cocoa Butter, and KY Jelly himself. Anyway, Tough Gloves, he say those short, sharp uppercuts was killing Canelo. The uppercuts to the stabs to the body, the midsection. And then I'm gonna tell you something that Bud was great at doing. See, the most important punch in boxing is the jab. And what makes the jab so important is because you can make your fighter reset. Bud was working the jab, changing levels, going to the body, and then making pivots. Lead guard control, right? He was walking Canelo in the shots. Every time Canelo landed a good punch or whatever, Bud immediately came back with 3-4 punch. 3-4 or 5 punch combinations. Canelo landed a big shot, boom, to the body. Bud block it with the elbow. Bud come right back Bam, 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 bam. Because Canelo was flat-footed, his feet are stuck in sand, he's slow. And he can't get back fast enough defensively. Why? Because by Bud being the smaller fighter moving up, he still had his speed. So he's fighting a guy that this guy's not only strong, he's faster than me. He's faster than me. So by the time I get back, after throwing my one shot and getting it blocked with the elbow or landing my straight right hand to the face, he's coming back with 3, 4, 5 punches. And he's moving in angles. He's hitting me, and he's hitting me from several different angles. He's hitting me on top of the head. He hit me around the guard. He stabbed me to the body. So when I drop down right here, then he come back up top. And then when I try to get my get back, he's gone. He don't move. He don't get off that spot. Now Canelo got to reset and try to find him. Not that he wasn't running. He was right there in front of him, but he was doing angles. He was working the angles. Canelo is not good at working angles. That's his problem. He's not good, and Canelo did a good job in sliding his feet and stuff, but he can't beat those athletic fighters. That old man from Omaha, Nebraska, he 38 years old, an inactive fighter coming off a layoff. As Jules would say that it's improbable that that Bud would beat Canelo. He's an inactive fighter, and he's 38 years old. That's what Jules say. Shout out to Jules Ring IQ. Guess what? He pulled off what you said was improbable. He did that.
True.
Did that. Facts. Shout out to Deacon Weezo.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2 super chat. He said the Deacon is here, coach. Shout out to Deacon Weezo. Salute, fam. Shout out to Major League.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2 super chat. He said Bud just wanted a payday. Much love, coach. Yeah. He got that. He got that. He just wanted to pay that. You're right. He got paid. He damn sure got paid. Shout out to DT.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2 super chat. He said Bud said Canelo had no power. No, he didn't say he had no power. I think he said that his power wasn't what they said it was. Because Canelo hit Bud with some flush shots. And guess what? Bud didn't get hurt or wobbled at all. If Canelo was such this massive power puncher, why he couldn't knock out a welterweight? He was able to drop Edgar Berlanga. I went to a round with Canelo. I got the key to the city. Puerto Rico threw me a parade. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. Shout out to DT. Shout out to Smoking Mo Frazier.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half a dub. He said, what do you want next for the legend, coach? Right now, I want him to spend time with his family. He just whooped Canelo Saturday. We ain't worried about who he gonna fight next right now. Let him chill. Guess what? I'm finna use what Canelo fans say. Canelo can do what he want to do. He earned the right to pick and choose who he want to fight. Canelo earned the right. You don't dictate what Canelo do. Canelo does what he does because he the face of boxing. Guess what? But Terence Bud Crawford earned the right to do what he want to do. Y'all just sit back and wait. I don't know what he gonna do. But y'all just sit back and wait. He earned that right. If it's good for Canelo, it's good for him. He earned the right to pick and choose who he want to fight. He picked Canelo. He chose to fight the Canelo, and he fought him. He picked Errol Spence. I want to give Errol Spence a shout out too. Spence, I want to give you a shout out because when Al Heyman told you to stay the hell away from that dark-skinned boy from Omaha, Nebraska, after 5 years, you finally said, you know what, Bud, after talking to you on the phone, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a chance, and we gonna make this fight happen. Now I know Al is mad at Errol for doing that, but I want to give Errol Spence a shout out for that. Because you didn't have to fight, Bud. You could have kept ducking him. You didn't have to fight him. But I appreciate you for that. Now, Bud got discredited for beating you. Now, with Canelo, you can't say Bud beat Canelo because Canelo was old. Bud is 38. You can't say Bud beat Canelo because he was running. He didn't run that one time. You can't say that Bud beat Canelo because Canelo was inactive. Canelo is an active fighter and Bud is an inactive fighter. He only fought we fight once a year. You can't say none of that. Listen, Canelo Álvarez is the greatest Mexican fighter in the history of boxing. I don't believe that, but I'm just going to say that because that's what the narrative is from the media. I'm going to say that. You want to know I'm going to say that? Because he got beat by a welterweight. So what does that make Bud? If Canelo Álvarez is the greatest fighter, greatest Mexican fighter, and one of the GOATs, and he is a GOAT, and he is one of the greats in the history of boxing, what does that make Terence Bud Crawford? As Bud said before, when I beat Canelo, put him on the list of nobodies. Is Canelo a nobody now? Because every time Bud fights somebody, y'all say they ain't nobody. Is Canelo a nobody now? Roy Jones, shout out to Roy Jones. Roy Jones made a song back in the day called "Y'all Must Have Forgot," and there was a verse he said in here. Oh yeah, shout out to James Lights Out Tony and my main man. What's the main man name? Shout out to Jaleel Hackett. Shout out to Bernard Hackett. Shout out to Coach Kenny. But Jaleel Hackett, Bernard Hackett, Coach Kenny. Shout out to y'all. Tank Davis training. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Jaleel Hackett for winning. Shout out to y'all, man. We got an interview. We got an interview to do. You got an interview with Jaleel as well. But shout out to my main man Brian Norman Sr. Shout out to my guy. And shout out to Devin Haney. Bill Haney. I didn't see Bill. He was there. I didn't see him though. And shout out to James Lights Out Tony. Bro, I saw James Tony. Hey, dog, listen. I'm not now. Our commandments is cool. It's okay to be a fanboy of the old school fighters. James Tony's an old school fighter. When I saw him, but listen, bro, I was like, nigga, this James Tony. My first time seeing Lights Out. I interviewed him before. Nigga, I saw Lights Out there, man. Nigga, I saw James Lights Out Tony, man. Took a picture with the man and everything.
True.
Man, I saw Lights Out, boy. Man, y'all know James Lights Out Tony, one of my favorite fighters, boy. Nigga, Lights Out. The man looked like he wanted to punch me in the face. James Tony, no, but he was like, yo, man, okay, what's up, baby? He gave me a hug and everything. He was like, yo, what's up, baby? Yo, we can take a picture. I'm like, yeah, man, I gotta take a picture with James Tony. I gotta take a picture with James Tony. Now I got one with James Tony, and I got one with Roberto Duran. If I see Sugar Ray Leonard, I gotta get one with him too. Anyways, what you say? He said, what's next for the legend, coach? He said Shiraz retirement. I think he should put the beats on Benavidez, the Cornhusker Stadium, like Sugar Ray did Lalonda. You know what? He can do what he want to do. He can do what he want to do. You know what I mean? So a lot of people wanted to see Canelo put the beats on Benavidez. So y'all go ahead and do that. Let him go ahead and see if Canelo still want to fight him or whatever the case may be. But the champ earned the right to do what he want to do. That's what Floyd Mayweather said, right? That's what Canelo fans say, right? So what's good for the gander is good for the goose. I want him to take a vacation, retire. If he want to retire, he can do that. If he want to go travel, let him do what he want to do. We just sit back and wait. Shout out to Marcus King, dropping that half a dub.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Deacon Weezo. He said, Bud made being a black man feel good again. It depends on which black man you talk about. Cause there's some black men on YouTube. They hate Bud with a passion. They mad in the motherfucker right now. Shout out to Miss Connie.
Hey, okay.
Dropping out half a dub. She said, Coach, I want to thank Coach Eddie for putting the reverse on Canelo and not Bud, Coach. I want to thank Coach Eddie for putting the curse on Canelo and not Bud. hey, Coach Eddie, shout out to Coach Eddie. Cause you did call him. You say, you know what, Coach? I'm not going bet on Bud. I'm a hope that Canelo win. So I'm rooting for Canelo. Y'all know anything Coach Eddie root for always lose. So Coach Eddie, we gotta thank you. We gotta thank you, brother. If it wasn't for you putting reversing and putting the jinx on Canelo, this never would have happened. Shout out to Coach Eddie. Shout out to Deacon Weezo. He said Bud shouldn't fight no one else. Yeah, I've been hearing that. It's a lot I can share with y'all on that, but you know. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And you know what I was thinking about? This what I was thinking about. For some reason, I want y'all to see this here. I want y'all to see this here, right? Tim Cheatham and Max DeLuca. Boy, I'm talking about, boy, oh, Lord have mercy. Tim Cheatham had it 113, 115. Guess what? He gave Bud the last 2 rounds. DeLuca gave him the last 3 rounds. Like, bro, where did Canelo win 5 rounds at according to their scorecards? Where? I don't care that, boy. Okay, Bud won, we know that. But I'm trying to show y'all, anytime you got a mega fight with a big time fighter in Vegas, boy, if you don't knock him out or beat him to death, you gonna always have some judges that's gonna go with the house fighter. The fix was in. To me, I saw. You know what? I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed on that. But I saw something. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But oh Lord have mercy. Anyways, boy, I love this picture right here. This picture right here. Boy, caught him with that counter left hook. Lord have mercy. Boy, he hit him. He had all of North Omaha in that punch. He was like, oh, you get, bro, listen, you see them how tight the Canelo neck is? He damn near knocked his head off his goddamn shoulders. True. And then after he hit him, look how Bud looking at him. Canelo putting his lead back. He was leaning back like Fat Joe in the Terror Squad. He leaned back like, what? I thought you couldn't punch. Look how he looking at Bud after he got hit with that right with that left hook. Look how he got, well, I'm like, God damn. Yeah, well, look how he was looking at him. This nigga got melatonin in his gloves. Yeah, you know, they say, Bud on that sniggity snack. Yeah, he don't sniggity snack. Last time I checked, sniggity snack ain't no PED. That's a health food supplement. I got some snack in there. Anybody can buy a snack. Anybody can buy that. And goddamn, what he hit me with? Well, I'm talking about, boy, Lord, I ain't never seen Canelo look like that, boy. I'm talking about he tried to knock his neck, bro. And that was a welterweight. Welterweight, huh? Hold on. Where is Lisa at? Where's Lisa? Where is Lisa at? Let's read this here. I got an article from Steve Kim. Shout out to Steve Kim on Snack, right? He got right articles for Snack. This is Steve Kim. What did it say? Omaha. Lord have mercy. But listen, this picture right here, hey, look how the referee looking. He looking like, God damn, he beating the brakes off this mother. Boy, hey, look at the ref got a look of concern. Look at all these people sitting down right here. He got a serious look on his face. He got a serious look on his face. All these people right here, look, hold on. Y'all should have saw Richard Schaefer, the look on Richard Schaefer's face. Bro, if you'd have saw the look on all it wasn't nothing but Mexicans out here. Bro, you would have saw the look on their face. Boy, this was like, oh, is that Bill Haney? That look like Bill Haney over there. You know what? That look like him over there. I'm not sure. But hey, listen, y'all blame Bill Haney. I want all of y'all to send Bill Haney some hate mail. I want all of the Canelo fans. Bill Haney is on X and is on Instagram. I want y'all to send Bill Haney some hate mail. Let him know that y'all hate him. Let him know how much y'all can't stand him. Because Bill Haney is to blame for this. Bill Haney was the one that made this fight happen. Yeah, Turk Out the Sheik put the money up. Shout out to Netflix. Y'all did a wonderful job. Turk Out the Sheik, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Prince Solomon, y'all did a great job. You put the money up. If it wasn't for the Sheik, this fight wouldn't have happened. I do know that. But guess who put the idea in Terence Crawford's head? He told the Sheik he wanted to fight Canelo. That was Bill Haney. Facts. True. How do I know? Because Terence Crawford told me in that interview. Okay? Lord hammer, but let's go over here. This is Steve Kim. We're going to try to summarize it. He said this is much clearer after Terence Crawford's victory over Saúl Canelo Álvarez on Saturday night. Some of you may think that's a high like you use a hyperbolic, right? Statement, but hear me out. Crawford is now a 3-division undisputed champion, having captured all of the belts at 140, 147, and now 168. This, in addition to having won belts at lightweight and then junior middleweight. You know, lineal champ, three-time lineal champ or whatever the case may be. Look at those eyes. That's the eyes of a killer right there. Listen, that's the eyes of a killer whale right there. You know, like he hunt big fishes. Faces the boxing and all that stuff there. Like that's Miss Deborah eyes. That's Miss Deborah. Shout out to Miss Deborah. Look at them eyes right there. 42 have tried and 42 have failed. So prior to fighting Canelo told Terence Crawford, you fight nobody. Guess what? He was 41-0, so he fought 41 nobodies. Guess what? Canelo was on that list now.
True.
In an era where you have multi-division champions, Adrian Broner and Roland Romero come to mind, who have never even tried to partially unify or ever really considered the best in any particular weight class. They was never considered that. This is a guy who can state that he was the man in 3 separate weight classes. There was nothing paper about any of his championships. No belt was ever emailed to him. You know, some people are email champs. Some people got emailed the belt, right? Not this guy. Terence Crawford got it the hard way. Coming into this contest, it was believed that for all his skills, Crawford was simply too small to dent the armor of the naturally bigger Saúl Canelo Álvarez, who has been fighting at super middleweight and beyond since 2018, for 7 years now, with only Dimitri Bivol defeating him as a lightweight, as a light heavyweight. Last summer, in capturing his WBA 154-pound title, Crawford didn't exactly dominate Israel Madrimov over 12 rounds. And the reason why he did is because styles make fights. Israel Madrimov did not fight Crawford the way Canelo fought him. So even though that Crawford was looked upon as the smaller guy, he was too small to dent the armor of the bigger Canelo Álvarez. That's what they say, right? Hold on. Hold on, let me go right here. Look at this. I want y'all to look at this picture right here. Look at this picture right here. Hold on. My bad. Look at that picture right there. Look at Canelo. Look how Canelo's neck turned around. Small, huh? He too small. He too small. Too small, huh? Ask Canelo that. Oh, anyway, let's go right here. Let's keep going down. Let's keep going down. Not only would he move up, Terence Crawford, but he would completely skip over the middleweight division, a difference of 14 pounds. To put this into further perspective, he would be facing the undisputed super middleweight champion in just 2 fights from 2023 bout with Errol Spence. Look at this. Legacy, listen, you can't pay your bills with legacy. That's a goddamn lie. Tell Terence Crawford that. Terence Crawford, see, I told y'all, you can do, it's not either or. It's not you either chase the bag or you chase legacy, but you're going to be broke if you chase legacy. That's not true. Terence Crawford is a legacy fighter, and he got more money than your favorite fighter, your favorite Black American fighter.
True.
Than your favorite Black American fighter. Oh, belts don't mean nothing. I ain't got to fight them tough fights. Boys say, the belts mean something. I'm going to fight the tough fights, and I'm going to get the bag at the same time.
To this day.
Undisputed at junior middleweight is in 2017. He's the first to do it in the 4-belt era. He's the first one. He was the third one to do it in the 4-belt era. Bernard Hopkins did it first, and Jermaine Taylor did it after him in 2005. And then 12 years later, Bud became that. In 2023, he was the undisputed welterweight champion. After all those years of call Al, man, you ain't fought nobody. Cap, you on the wrong side of the street. After going through that, what Bob Arum say? I could have built a mansion in Beverly Hills for all the money I lost on Crawford. Remember that?
To this day.
Shout out to Bob. And then undisputed this past weekend. 42-0, 31 KOs. Conventional wisdom said that Canelo Álvarez would simply be too big and too strong for the ambitious Crawford. The old adage about a good big man beating a good small man being a phrase you heard often over the past several months. As expected, Crawford's movement and quick right jab troubled Canelo Álvarez early. Canelo would methodically move forward and sporadically shoot a power punch in his direction. But for the most part, the tempo was being controlled by Crawford. Y'all hold on. My dentist is calling. Sorry about that, y'all. That was the dentist. I have a dentist appointment. Anyways, let's go back to what we were saying. Crawford's movement and quick right jab troubled Alvarez early. Canelo would methodically move forward and sporadically shoot a power punch in his direction, but for the most part, the tempo was being controlled by Crawford. Bud stepped to him. As soon as the bell rang, he stepped to him. Went right at him, right? Yet, this was to be expected. What would happen in the middle and late stages of the bout with the extra bulk carried by the challenger, who weighed a career high 67.5 pounds, 167.5 pounds. Well, a funny thing happened. Not only did Crawford not get overpowered by Canelo, in the late rounds, he was more than willing to stay inside of the pocket and exchange with the Mexican superstar.
True.
He gave Canelo what he want. You want me to sit right here and be in the pocket and bang with you? He banged with him. He banged with him right there in the pocket. Every time Canelo landed one punch, Bud landed 4 punches. And then Canelo will sit back. Bro, he almost stopped this man. This man looked like he wanted to quit, bro. I ain't never seen Canelo look that dejected. The only time I've seen him look dejected like that, when he fought Floyd Mayweather. When he fought Dimitri Bivol, he didn't look dejected like that. In the fight, Canelo, he was in shape. He was in shape, bro. He was in shape, bro. And I can just imagine Canelo had a lot of pressure on him because you got all them Mexicans out there. You got all them screaming Mexican fans on Mexican Independence Day. Bud came out with a mariachi band. Bud came out with the Desperado costume on. Shout out to Antonio Barreras. He came out with the Desperado, the movie Desperado. He had the guitar in his hand. Well, you know, and if you watch Desperado, you know, the musicians who had the guitar case, they was hitmen, they was assassins. He came out there with an assassin's outfit on, Mexican Independence Day. And he had a mariachi band playing all black that brought him to that. He came to the ring in, playing Mexican music. Boy, that nigga cold, boy.
True.
That's cold. That's cold, that boy. That's cold. Lord have mercy. Not only did Crawford did not get overpowered, in the late rounds, he was a lot more than willing to exchange with the Mexican superstar. Crawford more than held his own. In fact, he got the better of the exchanges with his quickness and fluid trigger pull. See, speed is what was giving Canelo problems. It was Crawford who finished the fight with a flourish in the championship rounds. And it turns out Crawford needed it because the likes of Max DeLuca and Tim Cheatham had to fight dead even after 10 rounds. Max DeLuca and Tim Cheatham. You can't make this up. There's no way in the hell after 10 rounds, this fight was even. There was nothing even about this fight after 10 rounds. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't give a fuck about Tim Cheatham. I don't give a fuck about Max DeLuca. And I don't give a fuck about the motherfucker who hired them neither.
True.
But I digress. Eventually, their scorecards read 115-113 for Crawford, while Steve Westphal had it 116-112. That was too close too. I gave Canelo 3 rounds. Literally. And the 2 that he was already gonna get, from the judges. That's 5. So I guess that's the 5, right? The consensus online is that Crawford won no less than 8 rounds. I totally agree. Perhaps even 9 or 10. I agree with the 9. Everybody I talk to, whether they Mexican, white, or whatever, they say, man, Canelo might have won 2-3 rounds. Me personally, he said he read it 116-112 for Crawford. So that's what Steve Kim said. For years, Crawford was respected, if not beloved, professional who was considered to be elite for years, but never could break through into the mainstream. Perhaps boxers from Omaha are tough to sell. But what really hindered him was that in the highly politicized boxing climate, Crawford was perpetually stuck on the wrong side of the street. This was really his toughest foe. Also, in an era where boxing is less mainstream than ever, a no-frills guy like Crawford can easily be overlooked and ignored. I'm not going to read the entire article, but see, if Crawford was like Adrian Broner, dancing to the ring, in the club drinking, him and Tank kissing each other in the mouth, at the club, sitting between each other's legs, partying and stuff like that. See, these black YouTube channels and a lot of the boxing fans, they like those type of fighters. Hell, I like AB myself. I do. AB was there, pissy drunk at the Fountain Blue, but I shout out to AB. But I like those. You know, I like that. Right? That ain't Crawford. Crawford ain't that. So the fighters who act the fool, you know what I mean? Wear the skinny jeans, you know, be popping their bussy. They, you know, they get all the love. The dude who do it the right way, take care of his family, take care of his city, don't get in no trouble. Got in trouble one time, something like that. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do none of that. He catch all the hell. He catch all the hell. I want to show y'all this right here. Let me show y'all this right here. Oh, here go Bud right here. Let's go right here. Kool Moe Dee made a song called "How You Like Me Now." One of my favorite songs by Kool Moe Dee. Where is this? No, where is this? Where is she at? Lord Hammers. Look at this here. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Oh, I gotta show y'all this here. I ain't gonna play it. I got it. This round 12. That's round 1. Then they're gonna go there. Set the table early at round 1. Set the table early. Doubling the jab. Bap, bap, bap. That's round 1 right there. This is what he did at round 1. Let me stop right here. That's what he did at round 1.
Other guy his size.
Working that jab, holding the center ring, working the angle, doubling, tripling the jab. This was going on all night long. Whole lot of mobile, boy. Whole lot of more. Every time Canelo landed that left hook, he looking tired. Round 8, go to the body again. Look like, ooh, Lord, stab to the body again. Go to the head, change the level. A whole lot of more. Ooh, Lord, have mercy, boy. Ooh, Lord, you keep throwing that one punch, huh? Jab him again, move around him. Okay, step around the weak side. Bap. That's right. Come back to the body again. Yes, sir. Oh, look at Canelo. Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Look at that. Look at that. Canelo trying to get back, play defense. He caught him on top of the head. Canelo, like, okay. Caught him with the jab again. Look, hey, look here, man. This man is like, yeah, dog, I'm ready to go, dog. I'm ready to go, dog. Man, I'm tired of this shit. I got my money. Look at that. I got mouth wide open, but he ain't there. Whole lot of more wide hooks, some wide ass hooks, looking like Clubber like, oh, jab him again. No, you know, tie him up. No, sir. No, sir. You ain't gonna get no more clean shots on me. Let's bang. He bang now. Now, I want y'all to look at this here. He don't want to bang with Canelo. Guess what? He banging with him right here. Banging with him. He right there. We right there in the pocket, going to the body. I'm gonna beat you at your game. You can't. You ain't no better inside fighter than me. That's what. Let's go back. Look at it. Y'all saw this? This what he looked like. He was ready to do. Look at this here. Jab him. Canelo, look at that. He looking at Reynoso. He look like he ready to leave. Oh my God, I'm tired of this shit. You know, Turkey, give me my 100, give me my money. Give me my money, Turkey. I did what I can do. This puto keep beating me. He keep hitting me, puto. God damn it, what is going on? Eddie, he looking at Reynoso. Eddie, it look like it's 3 of them in here. It's 3 of them, man. See, I'm telling you, with 3 of them. Where the mariachi band at?
True.
The man looked like he wanted to walk out the ring. Frustrated. Here come. Oh, look how little Bud is. Bud is a little man. He's a little man. He's too little. Canelo was too big for him. Look who look bigger. But let's go. I digress. Bop. Go back to the body again. Look at that. Leg got stiff. His leg got stiff. Now look how the referee frustrated. I want y'all to see this here. Leg got stiff. Now look how the referee looking at him. Bud looking at Canelo like, what you doing? Look how the ref looking at him. The ref got to look of concern. The man looked like he wanted to quit, man.
True.
Is this your king? Is this your king? Let's go. You got beat by a welterweight. He was dejected. He looked slow. You know what it was.
True.
Today's show, this gonna be a 4-hour live today. Let me find where is this? Where is Liza? Where is Liza? Oh, there she go. There.
Canelo's name.
There you go. There you go. Y'all remember this?
Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you. Keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you. keep Canelo's name out of your fucking mouth, Terence Crawford. There's levels to this, and his levels above you.
Lord have mercy, boy. She on suicide watch right now.
True.
Yeah, she on suicide watch right now. Y'all remember them chicken George ass niggas? What the KQKC and all them talking about some, yeah, man, ain't nobody checking for this fight. Ain't nobody gonna be there. It ain't no buzz for this fight. Y'all see all them people there in that stadium? Ain't nobody checking for this fight. Man, this fight ain't Shelly. Man, ain't nobody looking for this fight. Nigga, please.
Nigga, please.
Anyway, I just had to play that. Two-Tone, the superstar, surprised me. I ain't gonna lie, this is a surprise. This Two-Tone, the superstar. I mean, he was saying a whole lot of stuff about Bud, but shout out to Two-Tone, the superstar. But I was surprised. He was praising the hell out of Canelo before the fight. Shout out to Two-Tone. I rock with Two-Tone, but he was praising the hell out of Canelo. And he was like he was talking, Terence Crawford fans, y'all tripping, y'all Bud fans, y'all ain't gonna be disrespecting Canelo and all. And so it was okay. So this what got me. It's okay for the Canelo fans to disrespect Terence Crawford fans, but when Terence Crawford fans come back and clap back and defend themselves, they ain't got no business disrespecting Canelo. So it's okay to disrespect Bud, but you can't disrespect, Canelo's legacy and all that, but you can disrespect Bud's legacy. But Two-Tone surprised me. Shout out to Two-Tone.
Fight. Oh, but he can't beat Ben the shot. What I saw tonight was greatness. What I saw tonight was absolute greatness. The man was cooking. Bro, this ain't got nothing to do with your dusty ass coat. Got something to do with Terence Bud Crawford is a dog, and he walked in there and he whooped Canelo in front of his fans. In regards to boxing, that nigga Bud Crawford is that nigga, bro. He is that nigga. Whooped the nigga on Mexican Independence Day. He beat the fight out of Canelo. Ain't no motherfucking rematch, nigga. Ain't no motherfucking rematch either. Bud Crawford the GOAT, bro. Bud Crawford, it didn't matter that he was in the club with Boosie. It ain't matter that he was backstage shooting his shot at Michaela Mayer. It did not matter at all. Omaha do another parade. Bud Crawford stood in the pocket, took Canelo's punch. Bro, amazing performance, bro. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. See, I'm not a player hater. I give niggas, Yancey, what's good? I give niggas they props, bro. Yeah, see, you niggas is player hate. Canelo fans, y'all shut the fuck up.
That's what he said. He said Canelo fans, y'all shut the fuck up. I don't know if y'all still want to be subscribers to Tone now. You know what I mean? But shout out to Two-Tone. Don't unsubscribe because he told y'all to shut the fuck up. Don't unsubscribe. Me personally, I don't care if you unsubscribe from my channel. I really don't give a damn because I'm good at what I do. But don't do the man. Don't do the. Y'all stall him out.
Canelo fans, y'all shut up. Respectfully. Pack it up. No, we don't want, no, we don't want no Bud versus no Benavidez. Let Bud Crawford enjoy being the GOAT.
Let's start right here, because see, if it's good for the gander, it's good for the goose.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. When I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
Bud Crawford is in a position he can pick and choose who he want to fight. Floyd Mayweather was able to do it. Oscar De La Hoya was able to do it. Saúl Canelo Álvarez was able to do it. So the same respect you gave Oscar De La Hoya, the same respect you gave Floyd Mayweather, the same respect you gave Canelo Álvarez, give Bud that same respect now. Don't discriminate on the boy from North Omaha. Don't do that. Because, and I told y'all last week, I say every fighter that go to the next level, they need to have that signature fight that takes them to make them a crossover star. For Floyd Mayweather, it was Oscar De La Hoya. He beat Oscar De La Hoya on Mexican. I think that was Mexican Independence Day, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. He beat him, and then he became the next pay-per-view star. And then Floyd took the Mexican holiday from the Mexican fighters, and he fought on Cinco de Mayo, and he fought on Mexican Independence Day. A Black American did that. Then once he retired, Canelo was able to muscle it and take it back. That's still his day. Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day. So Bud crossover fight, he had two. Errol Spence, but he was a Black American. But that did take him to the, but they discredited him for that. They can't take this from him. He beat a Mexican. Not only, he didn't just beat any Mexican, he beat the Orca of boxing. He beat the cash cow of boxing. The biggest fighter in the world. That's who Bud beat. And he beat him on the biggest stage that was televised on Netflix and in a football stadium. He did that in front of all those people. And all the dudes who hate Bud Crawford, they was forced. And I told Bud right here, this is what I told Bud. I can share this with y'all. I can share this with y'all. I told my brother. I said Canelo's only shot at I said Bud, Canelo's only shot at beating you is hoping that he can wear you down with those hard hitting body shots. He likes to load up when he throws those type of punches. Your power jab and your body work is so underrated. Your footwork and mental awareness is going to be key. Make them miss and make them pay. On September the 13th, every head shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Terence Bud Crawford is the greatest fighter of this era. Trust your instincts. That's what I told him. On top of the FaceTime conversations. And I told him that. When this was. That was September the 3rd. September the 3rd. I'm gonna drop the phone lines, man. Anybody want to call us? So y'all call us. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Yeah, y'all hit that like button for the old boy. We got over 1,000. We got 1,100 watching between YouTube and X. So y'all hit the like button for the old boy. I'm gonna drop the phone lines for y'all. Hold on, let me see. Do we have any more super chats? Let's see. Deacon Weezo. Shout out to Deacon Weezo. He said, shout out to Tank Davis for hating on Bud. Yeah, let Tank, Tank and Bud don't like, Tank don't like Bud, so it is what it is. I really don't get in caught. Deacon Weezo, I really don't get caught up in fighter beef because I'm not a fighter. I'm not the fighter, so if two fighters don't like each other, so be it. Tank is gonna always hate on Bud. That's what he gonna do. That's just what he does. You get what I'm saying? So, but that's between them. That's between them. Oh yeah, and shout out to Fernando Vargas Jr. Fernando Vargas Jr., I remember something that you said before the fight. You said you like Terence Crawford a lot. He's a real nice guy, but I'm going for Canelo. I got Canelo stopping Bud. I hope he knock him out. He say, I got to ride with my Mexican brother. You say, I want Bud to do this for La Raza. You want Bud to knock out, you want Canelo to knock out Bud for La Raza. Okay, nothing wrong. Hold on, let me tell you Mexican boxing fans something too. Because it seems like it's a double standard, right? Seems like it's a double standard. Hold on. I got to say this. Wait. My bad. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Caller, hold on. I got to say this. Because what I noticed, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. So I'm going to address that. If you don't see nothing wrong with a Mexican boxing fan or a fighter like Fernando Vargas saying that, I got to ride with my people. I ride with Canelo. This is for La Raza. And I'm riding with him. He's my Mexican brethren and all that stuff there. There's nothing wrong with that. But goddamn it, you better not get mad when a black man say, I'm ride with Terence Crawford. This is for our people. And I'm riding with the black man. If it's cool for the Mexican to do it, it goddamn well better be cool for the black man to do it. True. Facts. Ain't no double standards. If you can be proud of your people, we can be proud of our people too. That's what swing both ways. Now we do have some coons and toms in our community, but that's neither here nor there. A lot of them online right now, but that's okay. Shout out to Jalen James.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, I saw a Tank fan say something about the fight and admitted he didn't watch it because he said it was an exhibition fight. But that same Tank fan gonna watch Tank fight Jake Paul, which is actually an exhibition fight.
True.
You can't make this up. Shout out to Clockwork. He said it feels good to watch this fight when all the BS Bud went through. I remember Errol taunting Bud when he signed the Pac fight, saying blame Bob. By the way, what's good with Greg, coach? Yeah, I spoke to Greg last week. He cool. Now let me get y'all before I answer this call. Matter of fact, y'all remind me to tell y'all the story about why I'm wearing this flag around my neck. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm wearing this flag around my neck. Call what's your name? You call from?
Troy Graham, Baltimore.
Troy,
How you doing, sir?
Troy, talk to me.
Good fight. I enjoyed it, man, like I knew I would. And I could say I was here when someone made history like that. And, you know, and I saw as the fight went on, Crawford was touching him. It was one punch that he threw that turned Canelo's whole body, and he took 4 steps backwards. And I've never seen anybody do that to him. Because usually when you hit him and hurt him, he'll take 2 steps backwards, and he'll come back at you hard. He had a look in his eye like, I didn't sign up for this. But it was a damn good fight, man, and I'm very proud of that brother. Very proud of him.
All right, shout out to Troy, man. Salute, fam.
And real quick, coach, while he was in the ring and he fell to his knees and praying and they saying that he won, they showed his children and all that. And that shows the importance of having the strength to be great. Because
daring to be great. Daring to be great. Just like Canelo, he dared to be great. That's right.
Well, having like I said, having the strength to be great, because that shows all his children that, you know what, I got that strength in me too, and I'm going to walk the path of my dreams and be just as great as my dad.
All right, shout out to Troy, man. Salute to you, brother.
Right.
I appreciate you, fam. Baltimore, stand up. Point well taken, Troy. Point well taken. Now, the reason why I got this flag on is this here. Shout out to Miss Black Panther. She was there. Shout out to Free Rebecca Ross. She was there. Who else was there? And everybody who was there know the story. Miss Deborah, everybody. North Omaha know the story who was there, and people from Cali and stuff. So people like, man, why you got this damn? Now you were going for the wrong side. Why you got this flag around your neck? Carla, hold on. There was a fan of Canelo. He got so upset at the fact that Canelo got beat by Crawford that he threw his flag down. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're supposed to be a fan of Canelo. How do you throw your fellow countryman flag down? Because he lost the fight. So this is what they were doing. Not all, but this guy threw the flag down on the ground. So I said, you know what? This would be a good prop I can use to tell the story. What's up? Viva Mexico, motherfucker. Mexico, long live Mexico. Nothing wrong with that. You don't throw your country flag down because a Mexican fighter lost, fam. The dude threw the flag down, fam. So I said, you know what? I'm going to pick it up. I washed it, put it in the dryer, and I said I'm going to wear it on the show. So when people ask me why I got a Mexican flag around my neck, I can tell that story. A Canelo fan threw the flag down because he was upset that Canelo lost. That's why I got this around my neck. So the guy who threw the flag down, if you want the flag back, get in contact with Coach Malachi. Give me your address and I'll mail it to you.
True.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Damon from Detroit.
Detroit, talk to me.
Yeah, man. Like I said, when I called in last week, we had known in 2 rounds how that fight was going to go. There was a masterclass by Bud. I said it was going to be distance and angles, and that was the difference in the fight. But I was more impressed with Bud able to take the power and kind of in the mind of the Zepeda. Canelo got punches off, but he didn't really never hit Bud flush because Bud was moving and
he was giving them the mangoes. But yeah, shout out to Bud, man. That was a great performance. When it comes to the fans, Coach, though, you just gotta know, man, they gonna shit on us no matter what we do. So whether we ride with Bud, don't ride with Bud, we gonna get flack and criticized for whatever we do. So I'm just glad. I'm glad you went out and supported him, and I wish I could have, but I'm glad Bud pulled it off. It was a good win for.
Yeah, I fought with North Omaha Heavy, man. That's my people, man. His whole family, bro.
Oh yeah,
we close, bro.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that was a good win. Bud showed his character. You said it once before. If he'd have did some Adrian Broner shit, we probably would have been like, oh yeah, Bud. But because he got class, you know, I think he gets shitted on a little bit. But class act, he put on a hell of a performance, and ain't nothing really nobody can say no more.
Yeah,
but he took the king of boxing down because Canelo is the cash cow.
Canelo's the cash cow. He's still the face or whatever the case may be. But Bud don't act like a nigga. See, the boxing culture, the boxing culture in America, they like niggas. They like if you can act like a nigga and act like a donkey and be a fool. They like that. The people who act classy, like Canelo is a classy fighter, even though some of his fans ain't, but he's a classy fighter. Not all of his fans. Canelo got some good fans, but there's an element of fans he got that's real radical and racist. You know, just like online, you got black boxing fans who are radical and racist as well, and they even destroy their own. They even hate their own kind, like Terence Crawford. You got radical and racist black YouTube channels who don't even like they always make videos about tearing down people fighters who look like them. So I really don't worry about what the other side do. I'm gonna look at what's going on this side, because what's going on this side is disgraceful to me, but that's just what it is. But shout out to Damon Detroit, stand up. Yeah. And I told y'all, I said, you know what, man, Canelo ain't acting like the way these fans online act. He don't act like that. Terence Crawford don't act like that. So you guys who come with the racism online, that's not what your fighter do. You're not representing your fighter. You representing what's already in you. Don't say, yeah, I'm doing it for my fighter because I'm representing for my fighter. Canelo don't act like that. Canelo don't act like that. Y'all don't represent Canelo. You represent something darker and deeper. That's within you already. Let's see. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach is Grit, man. Coming from Omaha, man. What's good with you?
Man, Grit, talk to me, fam.
Oh, man. Hey, man, you know, I just wanted to call in, man. It's been a while, man. Hey, you know, I told you I had that bad dream, right? Hey, you know, it really come from all the pressure, man, that Bud been under. You know, being from Omaha, man, if he would have lost this fight, you know how much backlash, how much slander, you know, he would have received, you know. So I was out, my nerves was bad, you know, because I knew this was a big fight. And in my opinion, it was a 50-50 fight coming in. But after I seen Bud's performance, man, Bud, man, he showed the world, man, he is truly that elite fighter, coach. Man, I was so proud of him. I seen the confidence when he came in first round. He came in there and he did his thing, man. He did his thing. He stepped up, and he had Canelo so frustrated, man. I knew he had it. I would say my feeling before the fight, I could compare it. I look at how he was when they was reading them numbers off. You know, that look on his face when he dropped to his knees. You know, but when they called his name, man, such a weight was lifted, man, and that was a masterclass fight. At the end of the day, I feel like he had a couple more levels he could have went on. He really could have did Canelo real bad. I feel like he kind of held back. He held back on him. Yeah. You know, and I think he could have really beat his ass. But at the end of the day, he did what he did. You know, he proved the world wrong. He proved to the world that he is the best. You know, and his legacy was already cemented, in my opinion. But this really just puts that extra stamp on it, coach. So, man, you know, I'm proud of him. This town proud of him. Everybody that's rooting for him, proud of him, man. Hey, man, I'm glad, coach, from day one, man, you been supporting Bud, and you on the right side of the street, man. The rest of these YouTube podcasts is trash, they ass, and they're not going to get no love from Bud, man. I'm glad you one of the ones that's been rocking with him the whole time, coach.
Yeah, Bud my favorite fighter. So, you know, I'm gonna rock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock with him. I'm gonna rock with him regardless. But y'all be on the lookout for that Bud Crawford interview. We got part 2 of the interview coming soon.
Okay, yes indeed, Coach. But yeah, man, I just wanted to call in, tap in, man, say what's up to you, say what's up to my True Media Podcast family, man. Hey, it's been a pleasure, man. I'm only looking forward to what the future may hold. I hope Bud don't go into retirement, man. I hope he blessed with a couple more years before he ends it all, man. So
you want him to end it at 40?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shit. That's what he said. He said about that time, you know. So he got a couple more years. And hey, what you think about a rematch? What you think? May think it'll be a rematch?
But listen, for me, the only fight for Bud to do is the rematch with. It's two fights he can do. The rematch with Canelo, which this time he would get that $100 million. Turk Ali,
yeah.
Get a boy from Omaha $100 million. Do it again. Maybe the first fight with Canelo was a fluke. Maybe it was a fluke. Let Canelo get with Boots again, and he can train with him a little bit longer, and they can have a whole training camp together, and hopefully Canelo and Boots can come together with some. And then when you come back the second time, you get what I'm saying? Then maybe you can go ahead and. You know, or
honestly, I think.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I think Boots training with Boots probably. I think that might have hurt his camp. You know, thinking just because Boots can switch it. I think and Bud didn't even switch up on him. I think Boots hurt that man's advantage. You know, honestly.
All right. Listen, great man. Salute to you, fam, brother. I thank you for calling, fam. North Omaha, stand up. Salute, fam.
Most definitely, Coach, in a minute.
Yes, sir. Phone line's hot. Yeah, they can get back. Or Carla, hold on. Or I'm gonna tell you something else Bud can do. He's a 3-time undisputed 5-division world champion. He skipped 160. If Bud don't retire, maybe he can do one more fight in Omaha. Give Omaha, do that for Omaha. Give Omaha one more fight and go down to 160 and fight one of the dudes who got a belt at 160. So you can say you 3-division world champion. 3-division undisputed champion, my bad. And that'll make him, he's already a 5-division world champion. That'll make him a 6-division world champion. So he became a champion at 35, 40, 47, 54. If he beat when he go to 60, he gonna get a belt 60 and became undisputed at 68. Yeah, that right there. And then let them continue to hate. Let them continue to be mad, whatever. Like, bro, y'all hating greatness. Jesus said, I come to my own, but my own receiveth me not. It's a shame. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Coach is Yamas, man. Yamas from Brooklyn.
Man, Brooklyn, stand up. Talk to me, brother.
How you like me now?
Cool, Mo D.
How you said how you like me now, your coach? Oh, man. First of all, I want to thank Bud because I needed some suspension done to my car, and he helped me pay for that shit. Thank you, Bud. If you're listening, you put on a great performance, brother. I had no choice but to root for him because you fuck with him. You my people. I knew you was out there. I enjoyed that fight. My stupid ass, I went to a Mexican bar to watch this shit. So I'm in there outnumbered, man. Well, it helps that when you 6'4", 240, that helps a lot. Because I walked out of there in one piece, man. I'm betting on FanDuel. I'm betting them motherfuckers in there. They invited me to the parade the next day. They say, yo, probably come to the parade. No, I'm not coming. That nigga's gonna kill me. Bro. Yo, I want to say, I want to give Bo back his flowers, man. Yo, you don't bug me out? Because I kept talking shit in there. I was like, yo, watch when he goes orthodox. He never did. He ain't need to. They had a great fight plan. I mean, yo, you saw at the win, he looked in fantastic shape. And I'm pissed off kind of because I had a big bet on Bud by unanimous decision. How the fuck they had? See, I was a little nervous in the first half of the fight because the round was close, and I thought they would find a way to get him to Canelo, and they certainly did. Because you're saying that going into round 10, it was even, right?
Yeah. That's what two of the judges had it. Two of the judges had it even. The one.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, two of them had it even. I'm like, man, that shit. I ain't. You know. Anyways.
At best, it was 7. It was 8-4 at best. And giving him 4 rounds is being generous, man. So I was a little nervous, but I'm agree with you, man. A rematch will be completely one-sided, man. Because in the 3rd round, I saw how confident he was when he started smiling. I said, yo, we got this, man. He fought him on the inside. He took his shot. And it made me laugh because when I used to be in the gym, my coach used to say, any fighter is a great actor. Meaning, he used to tell me, like, yo, you can't let the guy know you tired. You can't let the guy know you frustrated. And that's what, when he turned and looked at his corner after he got caught, I said, yo, the fight's over, man. You got to be a good actor in that ring, man.
Bro, Canelo.
He gave the fuck up out it.
Yeah, his whole body language was like, he looked at his corner. And the referee looking at him, Bud looking at him, Eddie Reynoso looking at him like, man, why you looking at me? You need to be looking at him. Why you looking at me?
What you want me to do?
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
Yo, coach, man. I'm so excited for Bud because, it's like one of them times where God waited his turn.
Yeah.
He do everything the right way. He ain't on this side of the street. Yeah. He ain't that. He got his bag. He's getting his flowers. He's getting his props. Yo, I want him to get one more. Stuff that bag more, man. I want that nigga to get another huge payday.
I want to see him get $100 million. Tell Turkey Al-Sheikh, if you see this live show, pay Bud $100 million. You gave Canelo 100, give him 100. Do that.
Yo, Turkey, I need my car fixed. I'm gonna go out a new car on you, man. Do this shit again, man. Well, I ain't gonna get some odds next time. And I'm gonna end on one more thing, man. Yo, I just want to say, like, anybody calling up talking about like the racial side of this and everything. I feel like, yo, why don't we just say nothing? Because Bud said everything in his performance, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta talk and say shit. We prove to you what we about. We prove what Bud was about. Ain't nothing else to say, man. We are channels that was hating, talking that fly shit. How you like me now? I'm out, Coach. Peace and love, man.
Salute, fam. Shout out to y'all, but Brooklyn stand up. We got a no-caller ID caller. A no-caller ID. I wonder if this is a troll. Knowing my trolls call that one caller, no-caller ID. Let's see. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach? It's Freddie, man, for East Oakland, man. How you doing today?
What'd you say, fam? Your name what? Flint?
No, I said it's Freddie.
Oh,
East
Freddie.
Oakland. How you doing today, Coach?
Freddie, what's going on, fam?
Yeah, Freddie. Oh, man, I'm good, man, Hey, so look, check it out. Let me ask you, like what you said, like the Canelo fans, right? Like some of them is cool, you feel me? But you say some is racist as fuck. Like what is your experience? Like what happened though? I just want to know what happened.
What you mean what happened? Were you not watching all the stuff that was going on online? You're not online, are you?
I mean, yeah. I saw some Mexicans fight some Mexicans.
Yeah, no. This what I'm gonna tell you. I ain't gotta say nothing. Just go online and look at all of the stuff in the comments that were being said leading up to the fight. Go online and when you go, they got something called the Arrival. They got something called the Arrival I think a couple of weeks ago when they showed what Bud and Canelo had arrived. I think it was at the T-Mobile Arena or somewhere, not T-Mobile Arena, but they had an Arrival. They did the Arrival, and when they did the Arrival, look at the comment section. That's what I'll tell you. Just look at the comment section. That'll answer your question.
All right, for sure. But now, look though, you saw what Crawford caught him with that horn left hand, like in the 12th round when he buckled Canelo. He almost dropped Canelo.
He buckled him twice.
It was like 20 more.
He buckled him twice.
Yeah, like in the 12th round. Yeah, I know. If it was like 30 more seconds, he would have dropped Canelo, man. You feel me? But now, I'm happy for Bud, though. I'm happy for the black race, straight up. But you straight, stay smooth, though, man. God bless you, dog. Have a great day, man.
All right, salute. Shout out to Freddie. Yeah, I ain't got to say nothing. Just go back and look at the Arrivals. Last week, go on Netflix, look at the Arrivals, because they showed it on YouTube. They showed it on Netflix YouTube. They showed it on Netflix YouTube channel, and they showed it on the I think the Zone or UFC YouTube channel and look at the comments. I ain't got to say nothing. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Man, what's going on, Coach? This is Richie out of Boca.
Rich out of Boca, talk to me.
Man, amazing fight, man. First of all, man, we got to shout out Bill Haney. First off, you know what I'm saying? We got to shout out Bill Haney for even putting the spark in Bud's ear about, making that happen. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where it started. And that Spanish music, when he was coming out, that kind of had me shook for a minute. I thought they was trying to sabotage him or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was really kind of shook off that. You know what I'm saying? And once he got in the ring, he started displaying them angles, something that a lot of these fighters don't do, which is keep his head off the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of fighters don't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? And he was displaying that more than anything to me. You feel me?
Yeah, working the angles. That's sweet science. That's how sweet science is. You sitting right there. You right there. You right there, pretty much in the pocket, mid range or whatever. But the guy can't hit you. And and don't get me wrong. Canelo caught Crawford with some good shots. He caught him flush. But guess what? No punches that he caught Edgar Berlanga with and Jaime Munguia with and John Ryder and the punches that he caught them with when he was knocking them down. He caught Bud with a couple of them punches, but he could not Bud down. He couldn't knock him down at all.
No.
He didn't even hurt him.
No, the way he was working them angles was making a lot of Canelo's punches look off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like mistargeted. And I was like, wow, that's amazing to see. You know what I'm saying? And that 11th round stuff, man, that reminded me of the Tank Davis fight where he took the knee. Like, Canelo looked like he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was about to take a knee or walk off. Like, it really reminded me of that, where it was about to be another situation where the ref had to make a decision. Wait, is he down? Is he up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another thing, too.
It looked like.
Bud seemed like he fought with a sense of urgency, especially once he got headbutted. When Canelo headbutted him, he had a look of disappointment on his face because he know anything can happen from that point. They may try to stop it and go to the scorecards. And if you look at what Tim Cheatham and the other dude had, they had to fight even. So I'm like, man, 5-5. Yeah. So I'm like, no. Yeah, he will. Yeah, if that fight would have got stopped, he wouldn't have won. He wouldn't have won that.
And see, that blood would have changed the dynamic. So he was like, I heard him ask the ref, I'm bleeding. He's like, a small cut. You know what I'm saying? And that would have changed the dynamic. But here's my one more last thing I gotta say. I see a lot of I've seen him giving the belt back at the end of the thing. Could you touch on that real quick on how that works?
Those belts belong to Canelo. The sanctioning bodies are going to send Bud his own belts. He's the undisputed champ.
Right.
That's how that works.
Normal procedure.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with
that's normal procedure. Normal procedure. Nothing else.
That's normal procedure. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, them is Canelo's actual belts. Bud get his own set. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Shout out to Richard from Boca.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Rick from Boca. Yeah, y'all got it. Y'all land your plane. We got a lot of people calling in the show. Y'all land your plane, fam. Y'all land your plane. Y'all trying to call back. We got a lot of people calling, trying to get everybody in. We got over 1,000 people watching the show right now. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
What's up, Coach? Damien from the Bronx.
Damien from the Bronx, talk to me.
Yeah, man. Feel good talking to a real Crawford fan. Because I was a little lonely during the Spence fight. You know what I mean? I had a little company this fight. But, yeah, man, I just want to be quick. I don't want to compare Crawford to Mayweather, none of that. No Rushmore talk. I want to talk about how he reached back and lift Spence back up, man. Because it's like I tell people at work, don't think you can do what I do. Don't think you're going to go in there and wash up Canelo and wash up Spence. I want Spence to get a big Virgil Ortiz fight at the Dallas Stadium now. To prove, man, Crawford is different. I've been saying this for a long time since I've seen him move up in weight. A day notice for Prescott. Different. He didn't even fight the orthodox style. He fucked up my ticket a little bit with that bullshit headbutt. That should slow the momentum. He was about to eat that round. The 9th round, he was going to eat. I would have got that knockout. I went for the knockout. I seen it earlier. I was getting laughed out all couple of months. You know what I mean? But I'm glad he proved it on that stage. No catch weight. Mexican Independence Day. They can't bring out, next week they're going to say Canelo fell off a horse. It's like they was using the fucking Lamborghini car accident and all that for the Spence thing. Man, different. Shout out to the team for not getting flustered with the early bullshit stoppages in the Nelson fight. And Martinez, man, take a page off your man. How you not sidestepping? You know what I mean? With the Billy fight. You could have had that, man. Angles. You spawned with Bud Crawford. Let's not rub off on you, man. Word. But respect to you, coach, man. And I like the way you broke down the two catches I be with Bud. Because now at the end of the fight, you know, it caught my eye. I'm watching them. I'm watching their movement. You know what I mean? Them catches is real, man.
All right, but shout out Damon, man. Coach. Shout out for him. Damon from the Bronx. Salute, brother. Yeah, you know, it was a great fight, man. Great fight. I mean, I enjoyed it. I love the fact that I know Canelo did not ask for this fight. Carla, hold on. Canelo said that, you know, I don't get no credit. When I beat him, you know, they're going to say he was too small, so they're not going to give me any credit. Well, you know, no, you're going to get credit because you lost to a bad motherfucker. Can't know anybody do that to Saúl Canelo Álvarez. Do you know the type of pressure you got to be up under to walk in the lion's den? No, listen, Vegas is Mexico when Canelo comes to town. Just imagine you got 70,000 fans screaming for one guy. He's the cash cow of the sport. He's bigger than you. He's younger than you. He's quote unquote stronger than you. He quote unquote hits harder than you. You coming up 2 weight divisions, really 3, and then you beat him on that stage in front of everybody. And it wasn't even close. Shout out to Crosby. Dropping that quarter of a dub. Shout out to Discernment. He said, "Thank you, coach, for supporting Bud and speaking facts." Yes, sir. I'm only going to tell the truth. Shout out to Steven. Dropping a $2 super chat. He said the Spence car accident excuse is dead and buried. You know, anything dealing with Bud, they're gonna find a way to hate on him. That's what it is. He shout out to G5, dropping a $2 super chat. He said, "Call in for your crow and embrace Bud's greatness." I mean, you know, it is what it is. They don't have to. You know, I'm not tripping on that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Chris from Philly. What's up, coach?
Chris from Philly, talk to me.
Yeah, Bud did this thing, man. If you watching these with the right eyes, not no biased eyes, you can't walk away from watching that and hate on Bud in any shape or form. Like, he fought down there a flawless fight. You know what I mean? Like, game plan. You had so many people trying to predict, if Canelo hit Bud going to want to slug it out, and that's going to be the problem for Bud. Like, Bud game plan the perfect fight to beat that man, and really, like Canelo was great, you know what I mean? But it's like you gotta even separate. You gotta separate their level of greatness. You know what I mean? Like, even like from Bud and Canelo, the way he beat him. You know what I mean? Like, whatever advantages you might have thought Canelo had, it's like, you know what I mean, he can't even get to him because Bud just he was picking him apart early on. You know what I mean? Getting in and out. Canelo flat-footed as a mug. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you and it's a shame because, like I said, Canelo great, but you really see. Yeah, I mean, you look at his last 3 fights when you go from Munguia to the Rican boy from New York to even the last name, man. Like, you know, those fights probably ain't do Canelo no benefit. You know what I mean? And just, you know, preparing for a great fight. Like, what Crawford did in that joint really just speaks volumes to his preparation. It speaks volumes to his discipline. You know what I mean? Because even when Bud decided to stand there and trade with Canelo in the later rounds, it looked like it's something he could have did early on. But he like, nope, I'm gonna do what I do to you early on. Hey, let you know that you really can't hit me. You know what I mean? Because he seen damn near every punch Canelo was throwing coming. You know what I mean? And then, like you said, even when Canelo did land in flesh, he let him know every time it ain't doing nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, Bud really Walker, they said Spence was the big puncher. He walked away from like, oh, is that how hard he hit? He walked away from Canelo like, is that how hard he hit? It's not enough. You know what I mean? So, like, you really got to salute Bud's greatness. And I do think he should go down to 160, you know what I mean, and go get a belt, maybe 2. However much he see fit. You know what I mean? You can't complain about Bud taking time off, because whether he sit down for a year or longer, you know what I mean, his preparation just show that the time off don't really.
No, go ahead.
My fault. That, you know, his time off show that it don't do nothing. It don't affect this fight.
Yeah, but no, that's all I was calling that, man. You guys salute, Bud. Shout out to you, too, cool.
All right, shout out to Chris, man. Philly, stand up. Yeah, I'm getting y'all 2 minutes, man. We got 1 million people calling. I'm getting everybody 2 minutes. Then the Jeopardy music coming on. I'm calling. What's your name? You calling from?
It's Miss Black Panther.
Miss Black Panther, talk to me.
Salute, Coach. I just want to say big ups to Crawford. And I want to tell everybody in the chat, Coach is a real one. I hung out with Coach and found out he was famous. Just want everybody to know that. And also, Coach did say, watch, he's going to get over 1,000 views for this show. And we're there. And another thing I want to say real quick, I want to say to that fat boy from the boxing voice with the kangaroo pouch, eat crow, buddy, because Crawford did his thing. He's talking negative about Crawford.
Hey, tell him, did I lie about why I'm wearing this flag around my neck?
You sure didn't. I was right there when you picked it up. I was right there. I was right there with you.
when we went to the Fountain Blue, what people was doing when they saw the flag around my neck? So
looking at you like you were crazy, like what you doing with this Mexican flag around your neck? And you were telling everybody the story about how you got the flag and how you picked the flag up off the ground.
Yeah.
But Coach, salute to you, brother. I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's always enjoyable to hang out with you. And I will do it anytime. And Coach, hey, keep doing your thing, Coach. I love you, man.
All right. I love you too, sis. All right. Shout out Miss Black Panther. Yeah. Hold on, listen, man. And shout out to everybody that I met. I took so many pictures, man. Carla, hold on. There's so many people who watched this show that I met for the first time. Shout out to Moti. Shout out to the brother I met from Chicago. He told me I could come to Chicago anytime, and I ain't got to worry about no shooters. True. Come to Chicago. He said I can come to Chicago. I'm good. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to the brother I met from Kansas City. Shout out. I met, bro. It was so many people, man, that stopped me to take pictures, bro. It was so many, bro. Like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Shout out to Zab Judah. I met Zab, but this is my third time. But shout out to Zab. Me and him had a nice conversation. You know, y'all know Zab trained. Y'all know Zab trained Debo Dev now. Brian Norman, y'all next. You and Dev, Brian Norman, you got to watch out for that experience now. Just saying. Yeah. Carla, what's your name? You called from?
What's up, Malachi? It's your girl Moeezy. What's up, Chad?
Moeezy, talk to me.
Man, that fight Saturday night. Oh my goodness! Like me and my family, we all went out. He was in Miami though. We all went out to the lounge, and it was so lit. It was just such like a movie. Like I already knew, like I was ready for Bud to go ahead and beat that Mexican head in real quick because I knew what Bud can do. You know what I'm saying? I had no worries about like Bud beating Canelo. It was just a great night and a great fight. And definitely like just seeing how Bud had done stumbled that boy. And like he was about to say he quit, like it did look like he was gonna quit for real. It had me screaming up and down. Like everybody was just going crazy. But it was a great fight though. It was a great fight.
All right, but shout out to Moeezy. Thank you for calling. Broward County, stand up. Broward's in the house. Hey man, shout out to my son Jabril. Jabril called me this morning. My son Jabril called me from Miami. My son live in Miami. Call him, what's your name? You calling from?
Jackie Hughes calling from Pensacola, Florida.
Can you turn the TV down in the back? I'm hearing feedback.
What about now? I'm good?
Yeah, you good. Talk to me.
Coach, you know what, Coach? I first of all, I gotta tell you real. I'm gonna tell you why. We gotta give Canelo props. This is what I mean by that. You remember you call old boy Ellie suck a nigga nutsack?
Yeah, I
see what he's talking about. Canelo, I had it for you, Canelo. Canelo said, nah, man. Nah, I lost. I said, man, that's why Coach called that motherfucker Ellie suck a nigga nutsack.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was out there trying to suck the man off. Canelo said, nah, man, I lost. You feel me? That's that dude Coach be talking about.
Yep.
And another thing, you know, I see your boy, old Sweet Fagnar, still talking about, he need to fight Benavidez. But who Tank need to fight? Who Tank need to fight? See that, man, they still want to hate on Bud, man. I just don't understand these dudes. But you know what? You've been with Bud since the beginning, though. When I saw this to your show 3 years ago, you was always kept it real. So I just want to give you a salute. I ain't gonna hold the phone up, Coach.
Hey, man, shout out Zillis, man. Pensacola, stand up. Salute, brother. Yeah, you know, these niggas, oh, you know what I call it? Old move the goalpost ass niggas. Always moving the goalpost. As I told you, like my mama told me, rest in peace to my mother. She say, son, let me tell you something. If somebody don't like you, ain't nothing you can do to make them like you. Remember that. Never try to please people who don't like you. They're not going to be fair with you. They're not going to be honest with you. They're not going to be objective. They're always going to be one-sided. Fagnon, Cottage Cheese and Titties, he is a I Hate Terence Crawford channel. So what do you expect from him? He's a real fuck boy. Call what's your name you call it from?
Hey, Coach, this is Sheila. How you doing?
Sheila, talk to me.
Coach, look, you know I'm a Terence Crawford fan. Look, from the beginning, when he first said he wanted to fight Canelo, I started praying for him. Look, no disrespect for the odds, don't believe in prayer. I started praying for Crawford way back then when people were saying it's not going to happen. I still started praying. I've been praying for this young man. I said, Lord, give him the strength of substance. Give him everything. You know what he needed in that ring. And he came through. He did what he needed to do. And I'm so petty that after the fight, I stayed up to 5:30 in the morning going to all those channels that doubted Crawford. I just had to see the look on their face when he won the fight. They were so distraught. I mean, some of me wanted to cry, I know. And as far as his ring walk, I was listening to a female broadcast. She didn't know what she was talking about. They didn't make him walk out to Spanish music. Desperado was a hell of a movie. And that guy had his tools of his trade and his guitar. That's what Crawford was doing. He had so many tools. He did that shit on purpose. And I just salute him for that ring walk. I salute him for the fight. I salute you, Coach. Look like y'all had a good time. Shout out to the chat and everybody else. That's my call, Coach.
All right, salute. Shout out to Miss Sheila. H-Town, stand up. Hey, shout out to there was so many people there, man. Damn, there was so many people there. Shit. Man, we had so much fun. But I ain't getting no rest. I stayed up all night. Bro. I literally Saturday. I stayed up all Saturday night till I went back to the airport to fly. I did not sleep. Call it what's your name you call it from.
Holy shit, Coach. What the fuck is up? It's Paul Valenti, Paulie Walnuts from the chat.
I can't say repeat your name again, please.
It's Paulie Walnuts from the chat, Paul Valenti.
Paulie Walnuts. Where you calling from?
Rochester, New York.
Rochester, talk to me.
Man, I just gotta say, Bud's been my favorite fighter for a long time. From the moment this fight was officially signed, I knew he was gonna win this fight. When this fight was over, man, I had a tear in my eye. I've never been more happy to see somebody win a sporting event than when I saw Bud win this last fight. It's the pinnacle. You know, I would love to see him fight again, but at the same time, he's at the top of the mountain. If he retires, good for him. Otherwise,
hold on. Wait a minute. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Hello? Damn. Hey, the phone disconnected, man. Hey, Paulie, sorry about that. Let's give Paulie a round of applause. What the fuck happened? Bro, the phone disconnected, and then it looked like it switched back over to Miss Sheila because I never disconnected with her. I just switched over. So yeah, hey Paulie, you call back, man, if you can get through. Shout out to MB813. Salute, fam. Let me see what's up. Now again, Carla, hold on. I want to say this. Saúl Canelo Álvarez is a great fighter. Saúl Canelo Álvarez is the greatest fighter in the history of Mexican boxing. Saúl Canelo Álvarez is greater than Salvador Sanchez, Juan Manuel Marquez, greater than Julio Cesar Chavez, greater than Finito Lopez, greater than any Mexican fighter that ever came out of Mexico. Now, I don't believe that, but I'm going to give him the highest of the highest praise because it's not about what I believe. It's about what a lot of his fans believe. So since there are pundits and a lot of his fans that believe that, no problem. I'm going to give him that. Why am I saying this? So because if Canelo is the greatest of the great, what does that make Terence Crawford? Just asking a question. We're not talking about money. From a skill set, we know Canelo got the money. We know that. From a skill standpoint, if Canelo is the greatest of the great, what does that make Terence Crawford? And guess what? He was older, smaller, inactive fighter who fought nobody. Let me repeat. He was the older fighter, 38 years old, almost 40. Smaller fighter, moving up from 147. Inactive fighter, he only fight once a year. And he got a resume full of nobodies. That's the same thing Errol Spence said. Y'all remember that? Oh, man, you ain't fought nobody, man. Man, you ain't fought nobody. Remember that? There's levels to this. Keep Canelo's name out of your effing mouth. There's levels to this. You ain't fought nothing like Canelo. You ain't seen nothing like Canelo. He beat Canelo like he beat everybody else. True. As the great Roy Jones would say, and you had the nerve to say that I ain't fought nobody. I just make them look like nobody. Sometimes when you got a once-in-a-generational talent and Terence Crawford, like a Terence Crawford, you take good fighters, you make them look like nobody. Canelo is a great fighter. Canelo is a great fighter. What the fuck that make Terence Crawford? Caller, what's the name you calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach? This is Coach Eddie from ATL.
Coach Eddie from ATL. Talk to me, brother.
What's going on, brother? I know you got a lot of calls. I'm going to be quick today, man. Hey, that was a satisfying win, man. I watched that fight at 6 o'clock in the morning. I just kept replaying it, man. I said, the agony of defeat, man, that fool's head turned cherry red, man. He was 38 hot, man. And Bud was just laughing in the man's face. Yeah. Be honest, man, Bud beat him like an amateur, man. Bud took him back to the USA boxing. Shout out to USA boxing, because that's what you seen last night, the amateur system. This man, he got the amateur system, the USA boxing amateur system. Kicked him apart like a piece of chicken.
Coach Eddie, your phone went out. What the hell is going on? This phone.
Call from
Paulie Walnut.
All right, Paulie calling back. What the hell is going on with these phones today? Coach Eddie, what happened?
My bad, bro. Yeah, my face might hit the goddamn end call. But I know you got 1,000 calls. I just want to say shout out to Bud. He did this thing. The man made me happy, man. I stayed up 6 o'clock in the morning watching that thing on repeat. You know what I'm saying? He plucked the duck. You know what I'm saying? This man ate chocolate brownies from Kellbrook. We just ate a goddamn fish and a lobster tail from Errol Spence, and then we just got some duck souffle from center duck. So it is what it is. We the best in the business. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bud Crawford did his thing. And shout out to USA Boxing, because USA Boxing, our amateur system, this goddamn showed you what time it is. Put that man on full display. That's my call, Coach.
All right, yes, sir. Shout out to Coach Eddie. Yeah, listen. Can't no anybody do that. What Crawford was able to do to Canelo, can't no anybody do that. Look at all of these people who was experts. Listen, look at everybody who said Crawford too small. He inactive. Crawford chinny. What you think gonna happen when Canelo punched him? We saw what happened. Canelo punched him on multiple occasions, and guess what happened? Nothing. Because every time Canelo landed a punch, he got hit 4 more times after that. Listen, when Canelo hit Crawford with a good shot, Crawford came right back and hit him with 4 more good shots. We saw what happened. We saw Carla, hold on. We saw a Mexican legend, a walking, living legend, this past weekend almost quit in the ring. We saw him get buckled in the 11th round and in the 12th round by a welterweight. We saw him get buckled by a guy who fought nobody, by a guy who is 38 years old, by a guy who's inactive, and by a guy who they say is skinny. We saw Canelo get buckled by a skinny country dude from Omaha, Nebraska. That's what we saw on Mexican Independence Day in front of over 70,000 Mexicans, mariachi bands, Netflix, Turkey Ali Sheik looked like he was mad, Dana White, all of them looked like they was mad. That's what we saw. Tim Cheatham tried to cheat him, but he couldn't cheat him. As Bernie the Boxer said, Cinnabon is done.
True.
Terence Crawford say, the reporter say, when did you know you was gonna beat Canelo? He said as soon as he signed the contract. That's when I knew. That's what he said. Carla, what's the name you called from?
Coach is probably walnuts again, man. My bad about that.
Go ahead.
Oh, man, I got cut off by a phone call. Anyways, man, I was just saying, man, I was more happy to see Bud win than any other sports competition I've seen in my life. Bud's been my favorite fighter for a long time. Everybody's doubted him. He always proves everybody wrong. He's got the superior mentality that very few athletes I've ever seen have had. Maybe Jordan, Kobe, maybe. He's up there with the elite of the elite mentality, confidence in himself. He proved the world that he is the best of his generation. It was really sick and disgusting to see all of the hate, vitriol from the Canelo fans prior to the fight and after the fight, trying to say he ran, trying to say, you know, this was a draw. Some people say Canelo won. It's just bullshit. Crawford won clearly. One of the most powerful moments. It was just such a rush emotionally to see Crawford take this moment and show the world that he deserved this the whole time, that he is the best, and that he should be respected as the best. And I'll take Canelo at his word. He said Crawford is way better than Mayweather. You know, Bud wasn't afraid to go up to 168 and go for undisputed with no weight clauses, nothing. And Mayweather brought a 23-year-old Canelo down to 152 on a catchweight bout. And Bud performed so much better offensively. Mayweather's a defensive wizard, but Crawford just got something that Mayweather doesn't have. Lucky coach, I'm about to go. My bad, man.
All right, shout out to Paulie. Listen, there's no need of, again, I'm gonna tell you Bud say, no, we're not gonna be comparing me to Floyd. Floyd had his era. He's the best of his era. I'm the best of my era. All that, I'm not gonna tear down Floyd for Canelo, for Canelo, or tear down Floyd for Bud and tear down Bud for Canelo. Two different fights. When Carla, hold on. Now I will say this. Bud probably won't say this, but I'm gonna say this. Bud beating Canelo is greater than when Floyd beat him. I'm gonna tell you why. Even though Floyd was an old man that passed his prime when he beat Canelo, there was no titles on the line. I don't think, because they fought at the catchweight, and Canelo was 23. So you can say, oh man, well Canelo was green, and he was green, and Floyd was just too much more seasoned than him, right? Okay, cool. And he brought him down at a catchweight. Bud went up to Canelo's weight class, a weight that he'd been at for 7 years. He went up to his weight class, fought him on Mexican Independence Day in front of 70,000 Mexican fans in the stadium. He was an older fighter. He almost 40. He's coming off of inactivity. Bud Crawford coming off of surgery as well. He had surgery on his shoulder. He quote unquote skinny, and he fought, and he ain't fought nobody. And Canelo had everything in his favor. He not past his prime. He's fighting a smaller fighter. Canelo was the bigger fighter. Everything going for him like he's at the pinnacle of his career. This is more than that because it was more on the line. This was all the belts, everything. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Elton from Baltimore.
And what your name is, brother?
Can you hear me, Coach? Yeah, Elton from Baltimore.
Elton, talk to me.
Yeah. Look, I just want to see how everybody else fared on their gambling because I wound up. I thought I did everything right. I went for the draw because I was like, man, they probably gonna cheat my man if the fight is close. Then I went for a split decision and a majority decision, but I left out the unanimous for real, man. They got me. But as far as Bud next move, you know what I'm saying? The way that he handled Canelo the other night, I wouldn't mind seeing him put some hands on Bivol for real and go ahead and do a full time for real because I think he could pull that off for real. But that's my call. I know you got a lot of them coming in.
All right, salute, fam.
All right, later.
Yeah. Hey, what you say, Amaro? Amaro said Canelo was champ at 154. He fought Floyd and both won the line. Yeah, but they fought at a catch weight though. So the 154 titles was on the line at a catch weight. Hey, Amaro, I didn't know that. The 154, so Canelo's 154-pound titles was on the line for a catch weight? I don't remember. That fight happened, what, 13 years ago? 12 years ago? It's about 12 years ago, yeah, because Canelo 35. Yeah, I don't remember. You probably right, though. Shout out to B. Norman. B. Norman.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that dub on your boy. He said B. Norman Jr. was home getting ready for Debo Dale while Dale was doing the fake face off. Hey, shout out to B. Norman. Hey, look here, man. I was with B. Norman. I was B. Norman Senior, man. Hey, look here, man. This dude right here, B. Norman, is so funny, bro. Hey, shout out to Sean. Hey, B, check this out. Shout out to Sean, right? Hey, check this out. I'm going to tell y'all a true story. So it's me, Brian Norman Sr., Brian Norman Sr., Coach Kenny, Tank Davis's trainer, and Bernard Hackett, Jaleel Hackett's father, right? All us sitting outside in the Fountain Blue. So somehow we started talking about Canelo and Crawford, but then we started talking about Bernard was talking about, yeah, man, we do know like me and B. Norman is real cool. That's my brother. But we talk about our sons fighting all the time because Jaleel Hackett and Brian Norman Jr. spar each other before and stuff like that. That's what they do, right? They spar each other and all that. And so he said, we talk about, look, our sons gonna fight each other one day. And so they were like, yeah, for sure. Like, but they he trying to say our sons gonna fight each other. It ain't no animosity between us. So I went to doing what I'm doing. I said, yeah, but Brian Norman, Brian Norman got to fight Debo Dale November the 22nd. And I say, and so they was like, so Kenny was looking at me, he said Debo Dale. So Coach Kenny looked at me like I was crazy, right? And Bernard Hackett looked at me like I was crazy. I said, yeah, because see, Brian Norman, I say Debo Dale, he trained with Mike McCallum. Carla, hold on. He trained with Mike McCallum. So he trained with Yoel Judah and Zab Judah. He trained with Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr. He trained with Sugar Shane Mosley. So Devin Haney, Debo Dale is kind of like Sugar May Judah mixed with a little bit of McCallum. You get what I'm saying? Devin Haney has fought Jorge Linares, Jojo Diaz, Jose Ramirez, Vasily Lomachenko, Regis Prograde. So he got that championship Hall of Fame training as well as the experience. I say Devin Haney, I say Brian Norman Jr. ain't do none of that stuff that Debo Dale did. Man, guess what? Them people looked at me and bust out laughing. True. Man, listen, they looked at me and bust out laughing, bro. Coach Kenny, Bernard Hackett, and all, listen, it was like 5 people right there, right? Everybody started laughing when I said that. I swear to God. Shout out to Moti. Dropping that $2 super chat. He said, Coach, you come to the shop, you got to check in with me. Hey, shout out to Mo. What's up, baby? Man, shout out to Moti, man. I met Moti, man. Him and his lovely wife. Met him for the first time at the Fountain Blue. Man, shout out to Moti, man. Chi-Town in his BI. Yeah, man. Shout out to Motif. Hey, tell your wife I said what's up, fam. Shout out to Shad.
Okay.
Dropping out half a dub. He said the most impressive thing to me about Bud's performance was the fact, even after a long layoff, he looked sharp from start to finish. And late in the fight, I thought he was going to drop him. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He buckled Canelo quite a few times in the 11th and 12th round. I was like, bro, everything that they said about Bud being old, being chinny, coming off a layoff, the smaller man, they was wrong about everything. All the YouTube channels, all the reporters, they were so wrong. Oh, and all I'm eating crow right now. Call it what's your name you call it from?
This is Ed Dog from Escondido, California.
Ed Dog from Cali, talk to me.
Hey, Coach, I just want to call and congratulate Bud Crawford as a Canelo fan. He deserves all the fame and glory that he can get, man. And may God bless him and his family always, man. And one more thing. Que viva Bud Crawford, cabrones!
Hey, man. Hey,
that's it, Coach.
Salute,
I'm
fam.
happy for Bud Crawford, man. He deserves everything, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Shout out to Ed Dog.
Thank you,
Salute,
Coach.
fam. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Look here, man. Let me tell y'all something. As I said before, if you are a Canelo fan, I'm a fan of Canelo. I'm not a radical fan. I'm a fan of Canelo. Canelo Álvarez is a great fighter. As Canelo said, no, Canelo didn't make any excuses. Canelo didn't say it was a clone. Like Canelo, he didn't do what he didn't say it was a clone. He didn't say that, no, I wasn't at my best. He didn't say he got in a car accident. He didn't, which like Errol Spence did get in a car accident. They didn't say that I was eating Mike Tyson edibles. It was the sniggity snack. He didn't do any of that. He said, no, man, he beat me. I lost fair and square. I lost fair. That's what he said. That's what he said. Canelo didn't have any excuses. So shouldn't nobody make any excuses for him. This dude right here, when it's all said and done, all of the dudes who lied on this guy, and see what makes this so special. This dude got slandered in the media, blackballed by certain promotional companies. Promoters saying, hold on. His own promoter came out and said, I can build a mansion, I can build a mansion in Beverly Hills for all the money that I lost with Crawford. His own promoter started defecating on him. And then he had the nerve to try to re-sign him when his contract was up. His people who look like him make a living making content, talking bad about him, talking bad about his skin color, talking bad about the city he come from, talking bad about his mama, his wife, his kids. They made a living doing that, and he overcame all of that. So this is why people are so happy for him. Because what he had to overcome, the ridicule, the disrespect. That's what it's about. So that's why people are happy for him. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
What's going on, Coach? It's Gomez from H-Town.
Gomez, talk to me.
No, I'm happy for Crawford. Yeah, I had my money on Canelo, but man, Crawford did his thing. Freaking strong in there. Shit. I think if Crawford wanted to, he would have been able to knock out Canelo. To be honest with you, Canelo I've seen it a couple of times. I think he even got hurt.
Yeah, Canelo ain't he did get hurt. Now Canelo ain't never been knocked out before, so I don't know if he could have knocked him out, but I
think if they have a rematch, I think Crawford can knock him out. But I really like the entrance, man. Crawford's entrance, his little Desperado suit, and the whole music. I like how he respected. At least that's how I took it. He was respecting it, Mexico Independence Day, and
yeah,
man, he's a good dude, man. I like him. I like how he was, when he won, he was so happy. He was out there praying, and he's a good example, man, for people. Not like the other dude, like that one. What's the Tank wearing a little purse and carrying a pink purse and wearing heels and shit. Man, Crawford's a real man, bro. That's somebody you can look up to, and not like these little fruity pebbles over here and shit. But yeah, I give it all to him, man. I lost money. I like Crawford, but I was betting. I was trying to win money. I love money more than boxing. So
Yeah.
I
I understand. I understand, fam. I mean, listen.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you don't have
man,
to.
Can you really pull it off?
Yeah, you don't have to explain that, man. You went with Canelo. Canelo's a great fighter. Like me, I'm not here to tear Canelo down. Canelo's a great fighter, bro. Like I'm just saying, for Terence Crawford, a guy that's almost 40, inactive. They say he chinny.
Inactive for a whole year.
Chinny. He too small. He ain't never fought nobody. For someone who's chinny, too small, ain't fought nobody, and inactive and almost 40 years old, to do to a Canelo that's in his prime, the bigger fighter, the knockout artist, for him to do that to Canelo on Mexican Independence Day in front of all of those fans on Netflix, that tells you how great that fighter, that tells you how great Terence Crawford is. How can people get it so wrong with this guy all these years?
He's great, bro. And remember when he was fighting spins, all them dudes hating on him. And look at him now; they were all up his nuts and shit.
No,
wait till you fight somebody else. They don't. Wait till they find somebody else that he don't like. They still hating?
Yeah, they still hating. But shout out to Ed Dog, Killer Cali. We got calls calling in, fam. Shout out to Ed Dog. Yeah, they still hating. See one thing about it, right? This one thing about it, right? Like Betty Jean told me. She say, son, let me tell you something. When somebody don't like you, it ain't nothing you can do to make them like you. Terence Crawford can come up with a cure for cancer to save one of these whole ass niggas' family members. They'll turn around and say, oh, well, that nigga, he should have came up with it earlier or whatever, because they always gonna move the goalposts. I'll call them all goalpost moving ass niggas. Call it, what's your name? You call it from?
Coach, what's going on? It's Rob from New York.
Rod, talk to me.
Coach, I just got to tell you this. I'm no Canelo fan, but even I, picked him to win this fight. And just off the rip, I never liked this matchup. I just didn't. I'm of the belief that there are weight classes for a reason, despite all of Canelo's flaws and everything else. Because one bad punch, could put your lights out. It's the same thing with Amir Khan when Amir Khan was fighting Canelo. Like, he was winning that fight. He was a faster fighter. He was outlanding him, but one bad mistake can kind of catch you. However, man, if one thing that I gotta say about this fight, aside from the praise that you give Bud, obviously you gotta give him his flowers, but this just says it just looks so bad on Charlo, because this is what people were expecting Charlo to do. Him being the taller guy, saying that he was a dog, the big dog out of the two brothers, and he fucking tucked his tails behind his ass and just walked away and fucking just walked away. Like, people were expecting Crawford to do that, and this guy was backing Canelo up. Not only did he outbox him, he was fucking manhandling Canelo. Like, we weren't expecting that shit. Yeah. I gotta give him the praise, man. I was not expecting that.
I expected it. The people who betted against Bud. So I'm gonna tell you why, because Canelo ain't got, again, shout out to Canelo, man. I'm praising Canelo as well. He's a great fighter. But shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Rob from New York. Salute, fam. I'll wrap it up. Look here. See, and I said this to you guys. I said, I ain't gotta tear down. I don't have to tear down Canelo to big up Crawford. I don't have to tear down Crawford to big up Canelo. Both of these guys are great fighters. You saw Megatron and Optimus Prime fight each other. You saw King Kong and Godzilla fight each other. You saw Mojo Jojo and the Powerpuff Girls fight each other. You saw Lion-O and Mum-Ra fight each other. You saw He-Man and Skeletor fight each other. That's what you saw. Optimus Prime won. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Hello. Oh, what's up, brother Malachi? It's your boy Trey. How you doing?
Trey, talk to me. Where you calling from?
Calling from Philly.
Straight from Philly.
So look, this is my issue. This is my issue, man. This is my boxing home. But through the weekend we're just jumping through platforms. So I was on the BDA platform listening to some of what the guys have to say over there. The Mexican guys were saying, they said, how dare Canelo pass the torch down to a black man instead of giving David Benavidez that honor.
Well,
like,
BDA channel. That's where all the races. That's where all the racist Hispanics go to. That's a racist Hispanic channel. That's where all of them go to. So
no kidding.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. Like they sit over there, listen to. I haven't heard him in a while, but yeah, they racist as hell over there. Like facts.
That hurt my heart. That hurt my heart, OG, because I was like, yo, like y'all. I said, just for them to say something. And Canelo was a good sport. Like he's a man's man. He's like, look, I lost to the better man. So you would think like, you know, his compadres would follow after him and all that. But that kind of rhetoric hurt my heart. You know, just saying. But that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to put it out there. You know, because folks, there's really people out there saying that he didn't deserve that shot and that should have been David's belt or something. I'm like, you guys got to kid. Like I never heard. Like as you always say, you can't make this up. You can't make.
Hey, but check this out. Hey, Trey, I'm gonna let you go, but check this out. Them the same people who said that David Benavidez didn't deserve a shot at Canelo because he fought nobody, he ain't do enough. Now that Canelo fight Terence Crawford and didn't get beat, now they trying to flip it and say Canelo should have gave Benavidez the shot. I dare he give it past the torch to a black man. So that tells you not only are they racist, but they speak with double standards. So you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. But salute, fam. Yeah. Yeah, I got a video I'm gonna drop, man. I got to expose all these clowns on YouTube. Shout out to Stevenson.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half a dub. He said, "Did you see Belanga and the Terror Squad in Vegas?" No, I didn't see him, fam. Shout out to Tay Hill for dropping that dub. He say, "Salute, coach. I saw your picture with Debo Dev. Did you tuck your chain?" No, I didn't have a chain. I didn't have any chains. I don't wear jewelry, so call him what's he calling from.
Hey, Coach, this is Sheila 2 times.
Sheila 2 times.
Look, at first the phone didn't hang up, and I didn't know it didn't hang up, but in my mind I was saying, God was telling me, I forgot to tell y'all, soon as he won, all that praying I was doing, the first thing I did was thank God. And then I looked at the TV and told Bud, I am so happy for you. And I know he couldn't hear me, but I was just so happy. It's as though I was there myself. And Canelo did lose with grace. I mean, he had grace. He didn't do all that other stuff. And the reason I'm with Bud too is like you say, the persecution, the press conference. People was talking about he looked timid. It was fear in his eyes and all that stuff.
Projecting.
And I was just for him. Yeah, I was just for him. Another thing I want to say. He did have a chin. I had prayed for that too. He took them shots. He went in the pocket. They exchanged blows, and I was glad to see that. And Turkey did look mad the whole fight.
Yeah, he was mad.
I was looking at him sitting up there with his arms folded, and Jason Staten was trying to talk to him. He didn't want to talk. He was mad. So then I heard he come out talking about, can David get down to 168? I don't know if he's trying to set Crawford up or what, but Crawford needs to watch Turkey because he didn't look like he meant Crawford no good in that fight. That's my call, Coach.
Facts. Yeah, I tell you, the sand nigga Turkey Al-Sheikh, he looked like he was upset over there. You know what I mean? But I'm a temper down. I'm a temper down for political reasons. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't getting it down from him, so I ain't me. I don't kiss no nigga ass. I don't. I tell it like it is, but those are the facts. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this is on Freddie again, man. Look, I forgot to ask you. Hey, what's going on with Eddie Hearn? Because he was talking about,
I don't know.
Chaos and
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he talked about Terence Crawford lost the fight. It's the chaos in boxing, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think, that's why Boots went to go help Canelo, because they was really trying fight for, Canelo to make sure he win a fight. You feel me? I don't know what's going on with Eddie Hearns, man. He was like, it's a chaos. Canelo won the fight and all that. But now that's all I want to say, though, doggy.
Absolute, fam.
That's all.
Yeah, I ain't. Who cares, fam? Let me explain this to y'all. If you think that on Mexican Independence Day, 3 judges who worked for Turkey Al-Sheikh, the stage was set for Canelo to win. If you think that Tim Cheatham, Turkey Al-Sheikh, Mexican judges, whoever, right, is going to rob a Mexican, the cash cow in boxing, for a dark-skinned black man from Omaha, Nebraska, if you think that they gonna rob Canelo to give a fight to a guy who nothing was ever given to in his life, y'all crazy as hell. I don't give a damn what Eddie Hearn say. I don't give a damn about Eddie Hearn. I don't give a damn about his daddy or the bitch who gave or the bitch who gave birth to him. Ain't nobody giving Terence Crawford nothing. That man had to take everything. So if you think that, yeah, they gave it to him, Canelo, no, anybody, that ain't what Canelo said. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. They say
Canelo Álvarez, that's the range.
They say, boy, what they said? What they said? They said, boy, ran, huh?
Oh man,
fuck you talking about, nigga? Please,
nigga, please.
And hold on, y'all look at this bigot. This bigot right here, TFP, he's sitting there giving Bud props. He said it angrily and bitterly, of course. I saw him at the I ain't saying that to that motherfucker. I saw him and that fuck nigga, Ellie sucker nigga nutsack. I ain't say shit to him. You get what I'm saying? I ain't one of these niggas gonna be like, oh, that's TFP Mo. Let me try to talk to him and get an interview. Man, fuck TFP Mo. Fuck Ellie sucker nigga nutsack. This coon ass nigga right here, Radio Raheem, User Coon, Hobiz the juvenile, Fagnon, Janitor Farty, Boxing Shigo, you know, and all these other hoes as a record label staff and as a crew. Facts. Yeah, I seen them fuck niggas. Ain't saying shit to they fuck ass. Fuck them. Call it what's your name? You call it from.
Hey, Mo. Look, Bud did exactly what I said he was gonna do. Beat Cinnamon convincingly and put all your money on Bud. Be consistent.
Retire.
I've been consistent. Now, what I noticed what I am is this is about to be my last few years of looking at boxing, because it just shows you how corrupt it is and how out of control. So, I mean, you know, I don't want to rain on everybody's parade, but I feel disenfranchised, and now I'm just starting to see that them cards is unacceptable. Them two cards, them 115, 113 cards are unacceptable. And so at this point, once your core retire, I ain't looking at boxing no more. Because this shit is, it's not right. They literally tried to rob Crawford. Is not.
Yeah, they did.
I feel very disenfranchised. I knew boxing was corrupt, but that right there on that type of stage, and y'all blatantly tried to rob that man.
But he knew. I mean, Bud knew. Coming, I spoke to him. I told him, I said, dude, I said, Bud, I want you to know something now. I said they got Tim Cheatham, and they got Tim. When I saw the judges, I told Bud. And because I got other calls calling in, but I told Bud, I said, look, you know you're gonna be down 0-2. I told Bo Mac that.
Right.
And he said, I know. He said, but I'm gonna beat him so convincingly they ain't gonna be able to take it. That's what he told me.
Right. But that's all I got for you, Slim. I'm out. And Bud, actually, let me just say one other thing. Bud needs to go down and try to force Mel Charlo to go get them belts down at 160 and come back and fight Mel for undisputed. That's just my whole take on it. And hang it up. That's all. All right, Mom, I'm out.
That's what he told me. That's exactly what he told me. He say, yeah, I ain't worried about that. He say, look, man, this what he said. He said, it's God's plan, because he spoke about God. He said, it's God's plan. He say, I don't care what they do. He said, Coach, I'm leaving with them belts. Whatever I got to do, I'm leaving with them belts. That's what he said. Shout out to D Hall.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a dub. He say the ref did a hell of a job. The ref did a hell of a job. I agree. Shout out to Mr. Lemons.
Hey.
Because I couldn't wait to see Hobiz goofy ass face looking sick. Yeah, Hobiz the juvenile. That coon ass nigga there. That nigga's a straight up Bojangles Chicken George ass nigga. Shout out to Paulie Walnuts. He say my bad for comparing Bud to Floyd. No. You ain't got to apologize for that. We're just agreeing that what Canelo said got too excited. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there's some real hoe niggas on the internet.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, this old bug-eyed ass, this old fish-eyed fool. So for all y'all talking that, it's about, yeah, man, Canelo got robbed. This Canelo and Crawford right here. Y'all see that? See that? Game his belts. Canelo, it wasn't none of that. Went no beef, none of that. They beefing online though. Online, they beefing. They talking about, they trying to make it racial, this and that. This what they doing online. This what Canelo said right here.
Crawford is a great fighter, and we already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I tried my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
So he's already said he couldn't figure out the style. I did my best. He gave Crawford his props. He conceded that he lost, and the whole world seen it. Like I said, I gave him 3 rounds. I gave him 3. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. He conceded that. So what Eddie Hearn talking about, what all these other channels talking about who hate Crawford, what y'all say don't matter. We know what we saw. Bro, let me tell y'all something. When I was in Vegas, Miss Black Panther will bear witness to this. It was so quiet at the hotel. It was so quiet when people was leaving the arena that you can hear a catfish piss on the water. You would have thought that somebody had died that night. It was so quiet though. I'm telling you, it was so, Canelo, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. And after the fight, those same fans, they were so quiet, dog. I'm like, God damn, why so? But it seemed like it was dead in Vegas after the fight. To this guy who dropped this flag on the ground. This is my souvenir now. I don't know why you dropped it, but don't do that. Don't switch out on Canelo because he lost to Crawford. Don't switch out on Canelo because he lost to Crawford. Crawford is a hell of a fighter, bro. He better than Canelo. Canelo good. Canelo was great. But Crawford is better. Crawford is greater. That's the reality of the situation. That shit burn your soul up, don't it? I know it do. It'll be all right. You'll get over it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? Marco from 714.
Marco, talk to me.
Coach, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for treating that flag with nothing but respect, Coach. I seen your post on Twitter. Now I see that you're rocking it. And, Coach, that right there is a true class act. So, from one Mexican to a brother, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
As far as the fight, Coach, I mean, you say yourself, you don't need to tear down Canelo. Bud did that himself. And let me tell you, Coach, I was listening because I got to watch it on Netflix, but the Spanish version because there was most of our folks Spanish speaking, and Marquez was shitting on Canelo like no other, Coach. Not shitting in the sense that he wasn't giving him his props or he wasn't calling his fair shots or whatever little he connected, but he was just saying this is the difference when Canelo picks someone and someone picks Canelo. Now, for the cat that called and, said that, some other medias are talking about that, how dare Canelo passes the torch to Crawford and not Benavidez? Well, Benavidez could have been next. And Canelo could have fought him, Coach. And Benavidez would have beat him, Canelo would have passed down the torch, and that would have been the end of it. But now, since Canelo got greedy and decided to go after Bud, thinking it was a mega payday, it went completely wrong for him. Now Crawford is in the position to do whatever he wants. He can go to 160 and fight Janabek. He can stay at 168 and give Benavidez some action.
Benavidez at 175
himself. Coach, I guarantee you. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. Benavidez once said that the only reason he wanted to fight Canelo is because Canelo had the belt. If somebody else had the belt, that's who he would fight.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, as far as I know, his last 3 fights, he made the 168 with no problem, Coach. And the only reason he went to 175 is because Mauricio Suleiman wanted to shut him up and give him the opportunity. Because remember, he got that shot to the 175.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I know the backstory. I know it.
Okay. So, Coach, it was a great night for boxing. Let's not make this racial. I'm glad.
Yeah, they already made it.
The next one. Bro, you know, by now, Coach, you've been doing this too long, and I've been listening too long enough so we can differentiate the fans from the group.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, listen, shout out to Marco, man. We got other calls, but salute to you, fam. I got you. I'm gonna clear it up for you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm not throwing. I want to clarify this, right? Because somebody gonna listen to this podcast and say, "Man, Coach, man, talking bad about Mexicans, and he calling us racist." No, I'm not. I'm not talking bad about Mexican people, right? I'm not. I got friends that's Mexican. I'm talking about the ones that are online, showing their bigotry online. I'm talking about the ones who threw the flag down when Canelo lost the Bud. I'm talking about the ones who online who throw up Crawford, who throwing them under the bus. Matter of fact, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. I got a video I'm gonna show y'all. Let me see. Let's see what Bud got to say. Let's see what Bud got to say. We know we owe that to Bud and Canelo.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know, but for me, I knew I could do it and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him over here on your left?
When he signed the contract.
I want your opinion on which means the most to you. You became a 5-division world champion. You became the 3rd 4-division lineal champion with Mayweather and Pacquiao. You became a 3-time undisputed champion, the first ever in the 2, 3, or 4 belt era. And you became the 2nd undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only 1 champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think means
all
the most?
And all of it. It all goes hand in hand.
Can you describe what it all means to you to have? You just made like a whole resume of stuff tonight.
It means a lot to me because, you know, anybody can be a nobody, like I said, you know, and that's all they say I've been fighting is nobodies. So what can they say now? Somebody tell me, what can you say now?
You can say congrats.
What? No, he gotta fight King Kong. He gotta fight Benavidez. He gotta fight Matro. That's what we gonna say now. Oh, you know, you didn't deserve a shot at the time. Like, again, they're gonna keep moving the goalposts. Talk to him, bud.
Congratulations.
That's it. What can you say? Any words?
Thanks.
I bet you did. To be honest.
You get what I'm saying? What can you say now? A hater always gonna find something to say, though. Fault finders. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Enoch calling from Detroit.
Detroit.
What I want to know is Tank talk stuff about Crawford. How can you say anything, nigga? Because you such a sucker. You giving the whole sport a black eye, going on there and fighting a reality show, dude. That's not real boxing. Him and Floyd gonna make boxing as fake as wrestling. Everybody know about Jake. Everybody know about Jake Paul making Mike Tyson sign in the contract no body blows. That's as fake as wrestling. What are they doing? They giving the sport a black eye. I wouldn't watch that shit. Me myself, I wouldn't watch it.
Yes, sir. Yes, I understand.
And salute to Bud. Because Bud did, everybody was hollering about the weight, like Usyk don't give up 55 pounds to Fury every time they fight. Coach, this is something you need to speak on. It's unfair for these smaller weight guys to lose their belts on the scale when a heavyweight, what is the weigh-in even for a heavyweight fight? I mean, what is it for, Coach? If the guy's 75 pounds, 100 pounds over, the fight's still going down. Can't nobody lose their weight on they belt on the scale. All this stuff these boys put their body through to make that weight, and the heavyweights don't have to do that. That's not fair.
I mean, heavyweights, boxing has always been that. If you're a heavyweight, there is no weight limit. You can be 300-pound heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? That don't mean you can win the fight, but that's what heavyweight. It's always been like that from a historical standpoint. How can you put a weight limit on heavyweight? Anything other than heavyweight is a weight limit. But
put a cap and make a super heavyweight.
Yeah. Y'all two say super heavyweight, but this is the problem with that. And you can make a super heavyweight division, but there's not a lot of super heavyweights.
They should make it where if you over 250, it's super heavyweight.
Okay, but who are you going to fight? If let's say you're the only fighter. Okay, let's say we do that. Who let's say we do that. There's only going to be a couple of fighters who are going to be fighting each other. Tyson Fury going to be fighting Zhilei Zhang and Joe Joyce and all of that. And if the other guys don't, and it's not as big as them, it's only going to be 3 people fighting each other. Because the other guys won't qualify to be categorized as super heavyweights. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's your opinion. Nothing wrong with that, but that ain't gonna happen. But I hear what you're saying though.
All I'm saying is it's unfair to make these smaller guys make the weight. If they don't make it, they lose their belts on the scale, but the heavyweights don't. That's unfair from them. They do a lot of tearing their bodies down to make that weight.
Yeah, life ain't fair, sir. So you know that. So.
Unless you go give them more money, since they got to do more wear and tear to their body.
Yeah, I understand that. But that's what they signed up for. So I don't feel sorry for the fighter. The fighter signed up for that. So nobody's putting a gun to their head saying, hey, you got to make this weight. They're doing that on their own. So that's something that the fighters choose to do. That's on them. I don't feel sorry for no one who voluntarily chooses to do something. If that's what you signed up to do and you agree to the terms of that and you know what it is, then that's on you. So, but shout out to you, Enoch. Detroit, stand up. Yeah. Let's continue. Let's see. Yeah. Shout out to you, sir. Here we go. Dave Chappelle. All right. Goddamn boy, the crowd. A lot of people cheered him, man. Even a lot of the Mexican fans, they cheered. They're like, man, it is what it is. Now I'm gonna tell y'all. No, I ain't gonna say that. Okay, let me show y'all right here. Like, I would love to talk to this guy right here. He threw Canelo under the bus. This is a Mexican boxing fan right here.
Yeah, Canelo is fucking buns. You need to fucking retire. Canelo, retire. You're fucking buns. You made $100 million plus in this fight, bro. Just retire, bro. And people were trying to convince me that Benavidez doesn't knock out Canelo. Bro, a 147-pounder. Crawford was literally tagging Canelo and had him wobbled. But I'm supposed to believe that Canelo knocks out Benavidez. Yeah, sure. Canelo fans, you guys are idiots. Suck my dick. That's all I gotta say, man. You guys are just fucking idiots.
So he sound like he upset. So apparently he must have went for Canelo. Canelo lost. So now he's mad. Cause that's what it sounds like. Because he wouldn't be this upset and say Canelo fans, S.S. Johnson, had he not went for Canelo. So it sound like he upset. So I would like to tell him, look here, don't switch out on Canelo because he lost. He lost to a hell of a dude. That 147-pounder is a monster. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? Let me turn this up. M1.
M1.
What's up, bro? What's up? To that last caller, they do have bridgerweight, right? Because they do have 2 weight classes in heavyweight now, or they tried to do the bridgerweight, and that shit didn't work. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Forget about that. Shout out to Canelo for being you know what I'm saying, a stand-up guy and not, you know, beating around the bush and trying to, you know what I'm saying, shit on Bud and saying that something happened to him or he had an injury or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that I hated, man, the only thing that I hated in that fight was that Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez was getting treated like, you know, with open arms and everything. I don't like those fucking two boxers. They fucking racist to me, but anyway, yo, one more thing. You always talk about the eyes, Bud eyes, right? Bud Crawford's eyes. And every time I see him, it's like his eyes match his brains when he fights. You know, to me, that shit is just mad special because I don't see fighters doing that. You know, where they always focus with their eyes and wherever their eyes go, that's where that punch go, man. And shout out, man. I'm so glad for Bud, you know, for all the ducking and all the shit he had to go through and his team. Yo, he got the illest team in boxing. And I always say, Coach, you know, every time they talk about American fighters, what I say, we have an American champion for like 8 years that nobody praises, and his name is Bud Crawford, and he's American, you know. But shout out to you, shout out to everybody, the chat, everybody, and shout out Bud Crawford for doing what everybody thought he couldn't do.
All right, salute, fam.
One, Coach.
Yeah, Bud Crawford been a champion for 11 years, since 2014. Since 2014. Let's hear what he says with Max Kellerman. The man gave the credit all to God. He didn't give it to swag. He didn't give it to none of that. He gave all the credit to God. How can you hate a man who give credit to God? You got racist ass BDA channels and black channels talking all this stuff about this man and all that there. All these coon ass nigga channels like Fred Barbershop Conversations and Fag 9 and the BDAs and the janitor parties and the Crescent nigga KQ and the whole business and the she-goes and all that and the LA sucker nigga nutsacks and you know what I mean? But how can you hate? How can you hate on great? See, they hate greatness. This greatness you're looking at. Say what you want to say. Call me what you want to call me. But that boy right there, 42-0. Canelo is on the list of nobodies who he fought. And Canelo was a somebody, but he was made nobody that night. Carla, what's your name? You calling from? You last call.
It's Raymond from Illinois, Coach.
Raymond, talk to me.
Yeah, man. This shit, man, I ain't gonna lie, Coach. All, like you say, all the excuses and shit motherfuckers had, that shit was all bullshit. And I agree with some of it because they made some of the shit make sense, like weight and shit. But when niggas got to talk about, oh, man, Melo a better boxer and this and that, man, when I watched that fight this weekend, I was like, damn, man. All this shit these niggas were talking, I'm looking for them, and I can't find none of the fans, none of the motherfuckers that were talking shit. You can't find none of this shit, man. If they was talking about Bill, man, Bill hated, man. He see that video after he was leaving the fight, Coach, and he was running around talking about, man, why it's so quiet out here? It's quiet as hell out here.
It was quiet. Nah, Bill wasn't like, it was quiet, bro. Bro, it was so quiet after that fight. When them people was leaving that arena and going to the hotels, bro, it's like it was a funeral. You would have thought somebody had died in Las Vegas, bro. I'm walking through the hotel. They done threw the flag on the ground. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie, the Mexican flag look nice. This a nice color flag, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? I ain't never seen, bro, you would never see a Mexican throw down a Mexican flag. Bro, the man threw the flag down, bro. I was like, man, you know, me and Miss Black Panther walked through the hotel. Me, her, and Free Ricky Ross. I forgot my other brother on PR and all that stuff there. I'm like, man, bro, like, this a nice color flag. I ain't never physically seen a Mexican flag like tangible in my hand. I said, I like it. I'm gonna wear it on the show. I like it. It's nice colors. I like it.
Man, them motherfuckers was pissed. Niggas convinced me with that Mexican loyalty shit, man. Them motherfuckers went low that night. And then one more thing, Coach. The thing that surprised me the most, though, Coach, is because, like I said, I would listen to the bullshit, and I agree with some of the bullshit. I knew that some of the bullshit didn't make sense, like the IQ and him having more skills. Like, I disagree with that, but I did agree on the point that like, you know, the point that Bud couldn't hurt Canelo. And then after seeing that fight, I was like, damn, this nigga buckled Canelo a few times, like hurt him a few times in that fight. Like in the 4th round, the 9th round, 12th round, 11th. That shit was crazy, man. I didn't expect that shit coming, Coach. I ain't gonna lie. But that's my call, Coach.
Salute, fam. Shout out to Raymond, man. Illinois, stand up. Yeah, shit. Yeah, the dude threw the flag down. I'm like, God damn, fam. Like, it ain't hello. Canelo didn't defecate on Crawford, but guess what? The fans online and the YouTube channels are defecating on Crawford. So if y'all are real true Canelo fans, why you don't follow Canelo's example? This I know y'all ain't Canelo fans. Y'all nationality and race fans. That's how I know. Because if you was really a Canelo fan, you will follow Canelo's example. Canelo is a class act. He was very classy in defeat. He didn't make any excuses. He didn't say nothing about sniggity snag or Clinton Buterol. None of that. He was like, no, man, because both of them was getting drug tested. Bud didn't fail a drug test. Canelo didn't fail a drug test. So you could throw that out of the window. Last time I checked, you could take snack. Snack is a supplement. I got some snack. They sell a snack all over the country. Nothing wrong with it. Athletes take it every day. But you niggas like you niggas want to defecate on Bud so much. You get what I'm saying? Y'all just make up stuff for clicks and views. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I know y'all ain't Canelo fans, because you're not following his example. You haters, you bigots, you racists, y'all anything other than a fan of boxing or a fan of Canelo. Lord have mercy. But I'm glad you niggas exposing yourself. All you niggas. From this, every last one of you. Can you hate that? Is somebody right now mad right now? How can you hate that, bro? If you're a Mexican, how can you hate that? Terence Crawford got Mexican people on his team. Did you know that? Esau, Saúl, he Mexican. Did you know that? He got white people work for him on his team. People from Guatemala work for him. How can you hate that? He's a pillar of his community. He take good care of his people, his family, and his extended family. How can you hate that? You niggas is bitter, bro. The blacks, the whites, the Hispanic, like y'all are bitter, fam. Like I don't know what's going on in y'all lives, bro, but y'all are bitter. You ain't no Canelo fan because you switched up on him after he lost to Crawford. You couldn't stand the fact that a black man beat him on Mexican Independence Day in front of 70,000 Mexicans. You couldn't stand that. That made your blood boil. So that tell me that, you know what? You weren't no fan of Canelo. You a race fan. You everything Dante's Boxing Nation say you are. Y'all don't like Dante's Boxing Nation, but you prove them right every time. I'm talking about the ones who fit the narrative. And to the jigaboo YouTube channels out there, don't talk to me about no code. All y'all do is hate on black. You black and hate on everything black that you don't like. So don't tell me about being no code. You niggas ain't no code. You don't know what a code is. Your code is hating greatness. Anybody black that look like you that you don't like, you hate on them. So that's your code. Let's give everybody a round of applause. I don't hate Canelo. I like Canelo. As I said before, I ain't got to defecate on Mexico. I ain't got to defecate on the Mexican flag. And I ain't got to talk bad about Canelo to big up Terence Crawford. You want to know why? Crawford being my brother, my friend, him and his family, because that's not what they would want me to do. And I know Crawford, that ain't Crawford's character. So I'm going to take the high road because I know that's what Bud would want me to do. He not like that. He could have easily said, yeah, I beat him. I beat Canelo on Mexican Independence Day for all these Mexicans. He could have said all that. He didn't do that. He was humble in victory. Just like he was when he beat Errol Spence. He was humble in victory. He gave him credit. And he walked out gracefully. What Canelo do? Canelo came up to him, hugged Bud in the back, and even had his daughter walk up to Crawford and gave Bud 5. But you say you a Canelo fan, but Canelo don't act nothing like you racist ass bigots. He don't act nothing like y'all. Y'all don't represent Canelo. You represent racism and bigotry. That's what you represent. And y'all don't represent the black man. You represent coonism. You represent tearing down anything that's black that you don't identify with. Facts.
Crawford is way better than Floyd.
Let's see what's up. Do you know who this is? That's Henry Armstrong right there. Bud in the record books with Henry Armstrong. Look him up. That's who Bud in the record books with. Coming to your trap and take over your trap. Took all the belts, the ring, the WBO, the IBF, WBC, and WBA. And then they got the new belt that Mauricio Suleiman made for doggone Mexican Independence Day. He took that belt too. True. We're going to take the Mexican Independence belt. We're going to take the WBO. We're going to take the WBC. We're going to take the WBA. We're going to take the IBF. And we're going to take the original championship belt, the Ring Magazine belt. We're going to take all that and take it back to North Omaha. And guess what? Y'all going to see me at the parade. Shout out to Omaha. Let's give Omaha a round of applause. And I tell you what, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do for all of my Mexican brothers and sisters out there. When y'all see me at the parade, in North Omaha, I'm gonna bring the Mexican flag with me. I'm gonna represent. Because some of y'all don't jump off the bandwagon, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna represent for y'all. Don't worry, I'm gonna represent for y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take this flag. This Mexican brother threw down on the ground. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna wear it with pride. Since you Mexican and denouncing Mexico, I'm gonna represent for you. Okay. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see what we got. Matter of fact, here it go right here. This at the hotel to show you I ain't lying. This at the hotel. Y'all know who holding this flag? This Miss Black Panther holding this flag. I told her to hold it up. I'm gonna take a picture of it. This at the hotel where we right on the ground where I found the flag at. I said I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I'm gonna wear it with pride. You get what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, hey, you did. Anyway, hold on. Let's go here. No, make them read it and weep. Read it and weep. No, lay down and wear it, fam. Lay down and wear it. You see what's up right here? Slim, dark-skinned black man from Omaha, Nebraska. You see them eyes? That dude is stone cold assassin. His mama got eyes like this here, right? And you see over here, he's the ring lightweight champion. He won the Ring Magazine at lightweight. Won the WBO title at lightweight. He won the Ring super lightweight title. He won the WBA lightweight title. No, sorry, not lightweight, super, which is on 140. He won the ring at lightweight, won the ring at 140. He won the ring at welterweight. He won the ring at super middleweight. And he won all these other belts. Undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147, undisputed at 168. How in the hell, if you're a boxing fan, you hate greatness? How? How, Sway? I told y'all, these new boxing fans online are not boxing fans. You got a bunch of racists, bigots, coons, and sambos. That's what you got online. That's what's here. Y'all talk, like I said, y'all talk all that stuff about Dante's Boxing Nation, but you prove him right every day. You prove Aki TV right every day. You prove the LDBC right every day. This fight just showed that. Literally. Sometimes you, and this is something that I say over here, right? Sometimes you can hate somebody so much that you hate them to success. Y'all hated that black man from Omaha, Nebraska to success. Niggas say, don't listen. He say, nah, y'all coach, we ain't gotta make it about race. Nah, they already did that. I ain't make it about race. I'm just addressing it. I got the nuts to address it. Nah, coach, don't make it about race. No, I ain't making it about race. I'm addressing what was already here before what they did. We talking about the coons, the jigaboos, the sellouts, the chicken Georges, the buck dancers. We talking about them too. The fag nons, the she goes, the early sucker nigga nutsacks, the KQs, the knockouts, the genital parties, And any other fuck nigga in that list I just missed. Fred Barbershop Conversations, any other fuck nigga I just missed.
True.
Somebody saying, what Bud should do next? Bud should do whatever the fuck he want to do. You want to know why? Because he earned the right to do that. If he want to retire, he can retire. If he want to cherry pick and fight bums, I ain't got no problem with that. Because if Canelo earned the right to do what he want to do, if Floyd Mayweather earned the right to do what he want to do, guess who else earned the right to do what he want to do? Terence Bud Crawford. You want to know why? Because he got it the hard way. Ain't nobody gave him nothing. And those are the facts. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, you don't reserve the right to do what you want to do based on whether you like the fighter or not. It don't work that way. I don't like him, so he don't deserve the right to do what he want to do. Don't work that way. You's a two-figure nigga. You smoking Nick Sachs or Reggie. You waiting on a Social Security check, a SSI check, and a disability check. Choking on a cancer stick. Nodding off doing live shows. Doing live shows, rubbing your bald head, playing with your titties and cottage cheese. You can't make this up. Yeah, I said it. Coach Malachi want all the smoke. I got a video dropping, and guess what? It's gonna be ether.
True.
And guess what? I don't see none of these niggas nowhere. I don't see you nowhere. What my main man say? I'm everywhere, you never there. Talk tough online, but we don't see you. You don't come outside. You dig? Shout out to Mr. Lemons. These are the cash up. Shout out to Paulie Walnuts. Shout out to D Hall. Tay Hill. These are the super chatters. Shout out to Stevenson. Shout out to Shad. Shout out to Moti. Brian Norman Sr. G5. Stephen 47. Shout out to Discernment. Shout out to Crosby. Shout out to Clockwork. Shout out to Jalen James. Deacon Weezo. The lovely Miss Connie. Shout out to Arch Enemy. What you say, fam? You say back in the house, coach from the UK. Salute, fam. Shout out to Marcus King. Smoking Mo Frazier. Shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. He said, now they want him to fight Benavidez. Yeah, I know. Shout out to DT. Salute. Major League. Tough Glove Boxing. Shout out to BX. Shout out to BN Boxing. Boxing News. Mr. Q. Let's see. Jamie Vasquez. Salute. Sean from the Heights. Curtis Robinson. Dan Royale. Shout out to Chico Green. Let's get. Oh, hold on. We got a cash app too. And shout out to Harvey for dropping that quarter of a dub. Let's give the super chatters and cash appers a round of applause. You dig? It is what it is. Let's give a shout out to everybody else. Shout out to Summer November. Hollow Davis. Shout out to George Evans. Black Light. Shout out to IBS. And I'm gonna take the high road like Bud. Want to give a shout out to the haters. As I said before, sometimes you can hate somebody so much that you hate them to success. Let me tell y'all something about Terence Bud Crawford in my years of knowing him, being around him. Terence Bud Crawford feeds off negativity. He feeds off the haters. Every time y'all make a video lying and hating on him, all you doing is making it worse for yourself. All you doing is making it worse for the opponent that he's going to fight. He feeds off that. When he whooped Canelo ass, he had all you niggas who hated on him and lied on him in his mind. He said, this for them. Every time you talked about his skin color, talked about his mama, talked about his girl, talked about his family, talked about Omaha, Nebraska. Every time he hit Canelo, that's what he was hitting him with. He was hitting him with that. He was top ranked Toby, all that. He was hitting him with that. Get your favorite black fighter who from the PBC. Y'all remember the PBC years when all the black fighters over there freezing them out? Keith Thurman, Spencer ain't no fighter, so I ain't gonna talk about them. Jamel Charlo, I'm busy. Remember that, Jamel Charlo? I'm busy. Why y'all talking about Crawford? Guess what? Y'all want to fight Crawford? He busy.
True.
He fighting for undisputed. He making history. 3 times undisputed, 5-division world champion, making M's, 50, 60, 70 million dollars. He busy. Y'all go find something else to do. Shout out to Boots. Boots, you tried, boy. You tried. Shout out to Boots. You tried. I tell you what, Boots, if there's a rematch, what you can do, study all the moves that Terence Crawford did, and then go back to Canelo camp, call him like he did last time, go back to this camp, and see can you emulate everything Crawford did in sparring, and maybe you can help him out a little bit more. Because you calling Canelo to help Canelo out, it didn't work.
True.
Didn't work, sir. It didn't work, sir. It didn't work, sir. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. Shout out to Mr. Lemons. He say, what was the purple belt, coach? That was a new belt that Mauricio Suleiman made. New belt. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. We gonna do this one. We gonna do this one for Bud. Y'all remember when Bud fought Errol Spence? He walked to the ring with Eminem. Y'all remember this?
I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, we're gonna walk away victoriously.
Like I said, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, you know, and I'm ready for everything that comes with it.
I'm the A side. You gotta be A side.
Las Vegas, make some noise for the next undisputed welterweight champion in the world, Terence Bud fucking Crawford.
Look.
Great show, a one-sided ass beat.
Shout out to all the haters and doubters. My boy Undisputed. I've been telling each and every one of y'all for years. A lot of y'all over here looking sad. Ellie, you looking like a retarded ass dude over there because you was going against me. I get to say I told y'all.
Yeah, y'all remember that? Guess what? He get to say he told y'all. I heard they got a new song out there celebrating. So North Omaha, y'all let the old boy know. Y'all let the old boy know when the parade is. I plan on being there. I'm bringing my Mexican flag. You know what I mean? Viva Mexico. You know what I mean? I'm gonna represent Salvador Sanchez. I'm gonna represent Benito Lopez, Julio Cesar Chavez, Juan Manuel Marquez. What's my other main man name? Antonio Barrera. Shout out to what's my other favorite Mexican fighter name, man? I forgot his name. He trained Jaime Munguia. I'm gonna represent for y'all because apparently the Canelo fans don't drop the flag and threw it down. So I'm gonna represent for y'all. Viva Mexico, motherfucker. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody, man. And shout out to Terence Bud Crawford. Let's give everybody a shout out. Y'all know how we do it. Shout out to Hollow Davis. Shout out to Michael. Highlight Space. Shout out to Donato. The lovely summer in November. Oh yeah, shout out to Miss Felicia Williams. Shout out to Felicia Williams, Miss Felicia. I met Felicia in Omaha as well. I met so many people who are part of the TMP family. I met people from that's Mexican American. I met a white guy, white American, and I met a bunch of black Americans from all over the country, and they saw me and they came up to me. We took pictures. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Moti. Shout out to I went to get, guess who I saw? MREC TV. Shout out to MREC TV. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody. It's so many people. Shout out to everybody, man. We walked around. We enjoyed it. It was fun. It was nice atmosphere. Everybody got along. Wasn't no fighting. Didn't nobody fight. You had, regardless of what happened in the fight, I didn't see any fighting. Blacks wouldn't fight with Mexicans. Mexicans wouldn't fight with blacks. Whites wouldn't fight with blacks or Mexicans. And Vegas was nice. It was a nice trip. Wasn't none of that going on. The stuff you see going on online, it's not what goes on in at these fights. Just telling you. From all the fights I've been to. Shout out to Blacklight. Shout out to D-Hall. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to Mo Easy. Clinton. Marta King Boxing. All right, hey, Schoolo, I heard you say, Coach, I sent you the Sway the Remix God song. Okay, cool. I got you. Hey, tell you what. I tell you what. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Corey Bradley. Pauline. Shout out to Herb Winston. Shout out to Lydell. Shout out to the lovely. Let's give a shout out to the callers. Damn. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Yeah, he didn't call the show. Shout out to Damian from Detroit. Troy from Baltimore. True Gritter from Omaha. Shout out to Yarmouth. Brooklyn, stand up. Freddie from Oakland. Shout out to Richie from Boca. Shout out to Damian from the Bronx. Chris from Philly. Miss Black Panther from Atlanta. Mo Easy, Broward County. Shout out to Pensacola. Sheila from Houston. Shout out to Paulie Walnuts. Coach Eddie, ATL. Shout out to Elton from B-More. Ed Dog from Cali. Ron from New York. Shout out to Trey from Philly. Ron Boy Fresh, DC. Monica 714. Enoch from Detroit. M1 from the Bronx. Raymond from Illinois. Trey Hassan. D-Dubs. Cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out to G5. Shout out to Shazam. Lackluster. The lovely Tila. Shout out to Tila, man. Tila, I didn't. There's a lot of people I didn't get a chance to see. Oh yeah, shout out to B Norman, man. Y'all B Norman. Shout out to Brian Norman and Bill Haney. After we get over this, get through celebrating Terence Crawford, Canelo Álvarez week. After that, guess what? We moving on to Bree Norman and Bill Haney, Devin Debo Dev, and B Norman Jr. We moving on to that. And y'all, guess what? Y'all see I got my Blame Bill Haney shirt on because it was Bill Haney's fault. So this is what I want. All the Canelo fans who mad and upset who threw the flag down, I want y'all to go to Bill Haney's channel. Bill Haney is on X. He is the reason why Canelo and Crawford fight happened. Not from a monetary standpoint, but he put the idea in Bud's head that he can beat Canelo, and Bud thought about it, and then he went to Turk Al-Sheikh and told him he wanted to fight Canelo. So if it wasn't for Bill Haney, this fight wouldn't have happened. Bud never would have thought about Canelo, and he never would have went to Turk Al-Sheikh. So if there's anybody to hate, don't hate Terence Crawford, don't hate Canelo Álvarez, hate Bill Haney, and we blaming Bill. True. Marta King Boxing. Shout out to G5. Who else we got? Shout out to the lovely La Jessica. Who else we got? Shout out to Keith's Bulldogs. Teal Kid. Miss Connie. Sheila from Houston. Sheila from Killer Cali. Shout out to Clutch Films. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Solo. What's your name? Solo in it. Shout out to Solo in it. Damn, I missed that there. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Solo in it. She said, appreciate the show, fam. It's crazy how Tank had the nerve to say people, D-Rod and Crawford were celebrating his victory. Man, you can't make this up. You know what? You got to understand, Tank kind of slow. He kind of slow. I'm not even going to comment. I'm not even going to comment on Tinkerbell. It is what it is. Let him fight Jake Paul while the real fighters fight real fights. Shout out to Ready to Rumble. Dropping out quarter of a Doug. He said that Doug Nello, a.k.a. Ginger Doug, got his feathers. He said he got his feathered ass, sir. Boy, bitch. Hey man, Allen man stole the man out, man. God, stole Canelo out, man. Come on, fam. He said if that rematch, I got bugged by KO. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing, you know what? That's the fight to make, the rematch. I want to see Crawford and Canelo get the rematch. Turkey Island Sheep, the money that you paid Bud, for what I heard, you're gonna have to double that. I think you need to at least pay him about what you gave Canelo. I don't know how much you gave him, but you probably Turkey Island Sheep, you probably should talk to the Crown Prince. Talk to the Crown Prince, Hamdulillah, and see can you give Bud at least 100 mil. He deserved that.
True.
And I say that respectfully. I catch you guys on the next one. I got a video dropping. You know my motto, don't beat me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.